So we'll start with a very brief reminder of what happened last session. And I'm not going to make you do it. No go. I'm not going to make anybody else do it because I actually quite liked the recap that the DM did in the Arena game. So last session, our group of punks decided to meet for some drinks ever so briefly, and they had the old fire water as they were discussing bits about themselves, getting to know each other a bit better after their previous successes, spending some of their hard-earned cash. Toby got an alert from Spark, something that was supposed to be sent to him at time of death, that basically explained, hey, he's dead, and he wants to pay you to find out who did it. There were a few other caveats, but with that and the scent of the, 10 million long insurance policy, you jumped at the chance to find his killer. And I think it was stipulated, whether in a body bag or alive, it is entirely up to you.
Yeah.
So jumping in a taxi, you went to the place called the Organ Grinder, which very swiftly followed lots of gay jokes, and met Jaden Hennessy, what did we call him in the end? It's not the morgue keeper. He was the branch manager of this franchise of Organ Grinder, the only one that's in D5.
Yeah.
He introduced you to Fenris's body, gave you some information about the Sundown Slayer, and how he died. Not the Sundown Slayer, Fenris.
Yeah, he got some
and then
to the neck with a syringe, didn't he? Is that right?
Amongst other things.
And the liver being chopped off.
Yeah,
Oh,
single
yeah.
puncture wound in his neck while he was asleep, and then he had his liver removed by a professional looking wound.
Action, yeah.
So you were having a lovely, polite conversation with Jaden, and the one you call Knob walked into the room.
Dickwad.
A Detective McCluskey that basically started asking further questions to the branch manager, trying to find the more answers so that he could get his promotion. Doesn't really care who did it. Is happy to put it on anybody, but has to make it look convincing. So once those conversations were done, you were introduced to a Jake McLeod inside one of the ice body boxes. I can't remember what they're called now. My brain, I know articulate this session. Everything is just going to be what it is. The cold boxes for body storage. The picnic boxes for dead bodies.
The freezers.
Yes, those.
Those things. Who introduced himself, asked you for some help, and you kind of didn't want to, but you felt that you had to help him out a bit more, so that he could get revenge on a gang that were out for the bounty on his head. You decided not to claim said bounty and help him instead, which was, very noble of you, poor.
It was in exchange for information about what we were looking into.
That's exactly what it was. So you were walking him back to the... Why can I not remember anything? It's literally on my screen.
The bar.
Walking him back to the Union from the Organ Grind. It wasn't too far.
No.
And you mysteriously came into combat with some female gangsters.
I wouldn't call it a combo, I'd call it a decimation.
Don't call it a
Called
comeback.
jackals. Which you very quickly put pay to, and left. upon reaching the Union, you went your separate ways from Jake McLeod. Oh no, it was to the body, wasn't it? That's where
We went to the body first.
Yeah, sorry. Went to the body. He saw the police and decided to go the other way. Gave you his contact information and a little bit of money. Says thank you and drives or walks into the sunset. You managed to bluff your way past the guards on the body.
Yeah,
excuse me, we didn't bluff at all.
You did.
Nah.
You very much did.
Nah, we used our real words and got.
Mm-hmm. You used big boy words from your real life.
The real
job.
police badge that you have on yourself.
And you investigated the body, where you found some more evidence and some more information that you were to follow up on. Once you had cleared the scene, you left the crime scene. You talked to an old man, ever so briefly.
Oh, it was.
Gave you a little bit more information.
Yeah.
Before it was too late for any more big brain stuff.
Yeah, we were fucking bad.
we walked to the Union. I gave you the description of the outside of the bar, and that's where we called it.
I remember now how fucking conked we were. Oh my god.
Just one thing before we actually enter into the Union. Just small little wind it back if we can.
Sure.
Can I call Hot Boy? I mean Hot Rod. I mean Hot Shot. Whatever his name. Hot Boy. Just real quick.
Jake?
Yeah. Can I ping him?
Just because you want to see the the pop-ups. Is that what it is? That what it is?
But also...
And you hear a slightly gruffled, hello?
Hey, did you miss me yet?
Keep quiet. What's the problem?
Just a real quick question. Do you know a tall, ugly guy with a fucked up metal arm?
It's me.
Not Pyke. Fucked up cyberware on his right arm. That ring any bells to you?
Not to me. No. There's
Sense motive.
Yeah, by all means.
9.
Nice.
And the rolls are off. Here we go.
And to you, I mean, over the phone, in the hushed tones that he's talking to you in, it is really difficult to kind of understand, any other motive than what he's saying. However, he sort of pauses for a moment. And he's like, "How tall? I mean, there's loads of people with cheap cyberware, malfunctioning cyberware. It's difficult to install, maintain if you don't have the long for it."
I don't know. All we've got is tall and ugly. I would imagine that if it's noticeable that he's tall, he's gonna probably be pretty tall.
I'm pretty
Where
tall.
are you at the moment? You sound like you're... Do you have another girl there? Is that why you're being so quiet?
And he laughs at you and goes,
It's been like 10 minutes.
"No, I may be hidden under the blanket of a back seat. I'm trying to get a ride out of town.
Oh.
And I gave you all my money."
We'll be quick, but nothing?
Nothing springs to mind. Leave it with me, and I'll get back to you when I'm set up, and we can maybe talk some more.
Yeah, we can. Okay, thank you. And I hang up. I turn to us. Well, it was worth a try.
Try for
Shall
what?
we?
I can't remember Jake McLeod's voice for the life of
No,
me.
me neither.
So that's what.
What's it going on, guys?
To me,
All I remember is like the stupid voice that I gave Pyke. Oh, not Pyke. Fenris.
Yes, which we will never hear again.
What do you mean? Well,
So-
I've got it on recording, so if you want, I can
Yeah.
just like make a sound file for you. And
Yeah,
Okay,
if you could,
we-
but just
we
have
need
all
it.
the words that I plan on saying. That'd be.
what I'll do is
That'd be
I'll
splendid.
mix it to incriminate you. That's what I'll No, I'm kidding.
It is I, gamer. I rob your bank.
Sorry, no, carry on.
Did I enter a fury last session when I was not here? Okay.
I think people tried not to use all of your stuff.
Resources.
We
stuff.
turned you into
Yeah.
an NPC rather than like
Yeah.
using your stuff as another character.
To be fair, like most of the session was like talking stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So
And I can say, for the combat, you did decimate those fucking thugs.
yeah,
Pyke just fucked them up.
yeah, you did. So just before we continue, then I'll go and I'll do the description of the union again, just for Pyke's benefit.
And for mine too.
The green
Yeah, just for Pyke.
neon, yeah, the green neon-clothed oasis, the light showcasing the street bums huddling together. Gangsters strut the street, and the occasional salaryman comes slumming. As you enter, the murmur of hustled conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads and take your measure, and then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but keeps it to themselves.
That is a really nice
So you
description.
I like this place. I like this place. I feel nostalgic here.
Is anybody checking me out as we come in?
Yes, actually. The barmaid. Behind the counter.
Give her a little wave. Saunter towards her.
And the rest of you following?
No, she's gonna go flirt. I'm gonna go brood and cook. No, yeah, we'll follow.
So you take you walk in, and sort of the smell of stale beer and somewhat BOE. There are people in there that probably haven't left in the last week or so. Behind the counter, there is a striking caramel-skinned woman, sporting a perfectly toned body. Her eyes are screaming, sort of "Save me and take me" in equal measure, hitting just the right notes for maximum extraction of tips. And she looks over at you, and she's, "Hey, haven't seen you here before. What can I get you?"
Hey, yeah, I'll have a whiskey. What was your name?
You can call me Sin.
Hi, Sin. You can call me Peacock. Maybe you can call me later.
And she begins sort of casually flirting back with you as she turns her back to go and get the whiskey. And
I think my
as
friend
she
works here. While she's doing that,
Oh.
I just sort of casually
really?
say that. Yeah, Coyote, you might know her as?
Yeah. Coyote missed her shift today. Haven't seen her around. How's she doing?
Yeah,
Do you know where she
I
is?
mean, no, that's kind of why I'm here. I was supposed to, meet up with her.
No,
But,
she's missed a couple of shifts. I haven't seen her. We're all a bit worried about her. If you're friends with her, go and talk to Miss Feng. She runs this place. Maybe she can help you point her in the right direction.
Thanks.
I haven't
man.
seen you. You've got a look around you that says you're not just here for the entertainment. She says, just sort of flexing a bit. She goes, "You a badge?
I'm always easily distracted. What was the question? Sorry.
Are you a badge?"
No, I'm just a friend of hers. Just looking for her, but I'm always easily distracted by entertainment.
I used to be working. I used to work in Vice. Is that
And she,
does that qualify?
I mean, used to. That's fine.
All right. You have an
I mean,
IPA?
Well, we used to, but it's now called HIPA
Have any H
with the
IPA?
with the extra hydrogen added to the brew.
Big
So
fan.
feel free, and she just begins pouring, and she sort of pushes the whiskey sort of gently over to Peacock, and just sort of pushes the HIPA over to Pyke, and she's
I'll,
she's looking you up and down.
I'll take this Peacock. How much do I owe you, Sin?
If you're friends of Coyotes, you can just put it on the tab for now.
Alright.
Once people come here, they don't tend to leave.
I can see why.
Me too.
Nyx is going to, completely ignoring the obvious sexual tension, is going to just sort of lean over and say, speaking of badgers, anyone snooping around?
Oh.
Not recently.
Good. Don't like them cramping our style.
So there is now a handout for Sin in your...
We haven't gotten her full name yet, though. But, yes.
Doesn't matter.
I love her.
Yeah.
Me first.
I really like...
I got dibs.
I really like these
She-
tokens, by the way, gamer.
She
Good job.
really likes everybody.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
Yeah, Peacock, you can share.
So,
Sure,
is there
I'll
anything
let you
else I
have
can-
McCluskey.
Oh
is there
no, I'm not having
anything else I can do for you?
McClanky.
McCluskey, totally not McNulty.
Actually, if you haven't seen her in a while, maybe it's worth us just making sure she's okay. Do you happen to know where she's staying most recently?
Oh, she stays here. She lives above the bar.
But you haven't seen her. She not come home?
No,
Huh.
it's not entirely unusual. She doesn't tend to miss her shifts, and like I said, Miss Feng is probably kind of worried about her.
Well, yeah,
She tends to look after all her girls quite well.
Before we go and inquire with Miss Feng, do you know where she last ventured to before she missed her shift? She
Are
go
you
to...
are you struggling with words, honey?
Yeah, I'm off the crush. It's rough.
I look at Pyke and adding to the story, go just so it doesn't look like we're just asking questions about this person that she's never seen this before. I go, oh, she might have been with us last. I hope she got home all right.
I don't think she was.
And she sort of looks you as a group over, and she's like, I mean, she's not here. If there's nothing else, I have other people to serve.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, can you
Bye.
point us in Miss Fang's direction?
And she sort of looks around, and she points you to the back of the bar, where there's a large burly guard bouncer, sort of on the door between the regular area and the inverted commas VIP area. Because you'll find her at the back.
Thanks.
How much do you earn in a week, Sin?
How much do I earn in a week? What are you, IRS?
No. Vice. Vice.
You like your vices, don't you?
Yeah. A
Yeah.
lot.
Why? You looking to earn some more money?
Why not? You have any
Well,
pointers?
I mean, what do you know of this place?
I know it has a very nice bartender
and
and a very decent IJPA.
Yeah.
That's about
If we
it.
see, let's see you hanging around a bit more first, and maybe we'll get to know each other better. And she just sort of looks over at Peacock, sort of side-eyed, and just returns back to you and goes, when it comes to money, there's always ways of earning more money. But how much do I earn? More than enough. I enjoy it here. And Miss Feng takes really good care of us.
Does she sound like she's saying a script, or like in any way, like because the way you put it, and I don't know if this is an observation on what and how you were delivering it, but it almost sounded like she was
going off road.
Yeah, or trained in the way she was saying. Can I like sense motive? And see if she was,
By all means, yeah.
14.
You realise it's probably just that the DM's tired, and the pitch changed midway through.
Damn it! I thought I was being really big brain. Let me be
She
big
was
brain.
reading off a script. It was Leigh reading off the notes in front of him.
Damn it!
And she looks at you buoyantly, and she says, "No, she takes really good care of us. I mean, she doesn't have, before her, I would have been out on the streets a long time ago. I cleaned myself up, and we got to, and now I work here, and I do really well with the tips."
Speaking of tips, what would be an acceptable tip for the HIPA and the whiskey?
Oh, I couldn't possibly say. Maybe when you pay your tab.
All right, what's the tab at?
We'll take a nice. Fuck's sake.
We'll sort it when we leave, Pyke.
Poor gamer.
You're gonna be around
this
for a
NPC
while.
alone, shall we?
Come on, Winter Soldier. Let's go.
Okay.
And I leave a small card on the bar with my contact details on it.
And she swipes it and just sort of scans it onto over the same place that you scan the money, and she puts the card in the bin.
Nyx, what's the time?
I believe it is about 2:00 in the morning.
It was about 2:00 in the morning at the start of last session.
Okay, it's about
it was
4:00
early
in the morning. Yeah. Okay.
So it's early morning, and despite that, this place still has a lot of people in it.
Not
So we're all as tired as Gamer is in real life.
I wasn't tired until I started talking.
It's just some training, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
You're doing great.
So, are we gonna see if we can speak to Miss Fang?
I'd like to speak to your manager.
Alright, Karen.
Somehow I don't think that bouncer's just gonna let some random people in to speak to her. Anybody have a plan?
Oh, the bouncer isn't so much guarding the door. He's just a presence,
okay.
around that area.
Okay. I misunderstood.
I misDM'd.
No. Never say that.
Ow.
Bribes always work.
We could ask first.
Alright.
With
Thanks
the
for-
words.
Thanks for volunteering, Tommy.
Here's and just walks up. Hi, we are here to speak to Miss Fang.
And this guy, how tall are you?
Shall double check, see if I actually wrote it down. It appears that if I did... No, there. I am 186 centimeters.
What's that in normal?
That is normal.
A little bit over 6 feet.
186 is about 6'3".
So he, despite your height, he's still looking down at your forehead. He's built. He's black and he's clearly augmented. He sort of looks down at you, and you take a moment, and the words leave your mouth, and he looks down, and he's just like, "Well, what do you want me to do about it?"
Not stop us.
Well, you got to pay to get into the VIP room.
How much?
Token donation, 100 quid. 100 long, innit?
Why don't you just bring
Do
them
you enjoy the good old RO? Maybe we can come to a agreement.
He's hot.
Tobby D just quickly transfers him 400.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Smith, Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, and Mrs. Smith. And and he just sort of looks over and goes, "Miss Feng, there's people here to see you." And there's sort of Mrs. Feng watches you from across the room. You can see her just stood there waiting for you to approach.
Hello? I walk up to her.
Yeah.
She sizes you up as you approach. As you get closer, you can see she's of mixed race Japanese. Dark-haired, tall, in a slender, clothed in a figure-hugging black synthetic catsuit. Her demeanor says, "This is my house. Mess with it at your peril." But her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks.
Does she appear to be a synth?
Roll a perception check.
Investigation check. You start like lifting up like her arms. Being, like,
Investigate, yeah.
That is a 5.
Yes, the eyes are.
Yes, she is most definitely a synth.
What manufacturer are you from?
Well, that's
Pyke
the worst chat-up line I've ever heard. As she looks at you and the rest of the group, and she greets you, "Konbanwa, good evening. How can I help you? I understand you are looking for me."
Tobby answers in Japanese. Because he speaks it.
Me too.
Me 3. Hajimashite. Ore wa Nyx desu.
Oh my god.
Tamara Feng desu.
I would just say that you saying order implies that you're a man.
Yeah, I don't.
Hajimemashite.
I don't even know where my languages are. I know I chose.
Dolce decorum est pro patria amore.
I have a pen. I have an apple.
Apple pen.
Apple pen.
Turtle duck.
I'm a knob. He's a knob. Anyway.
There is now a handout of Tamara Feng in your repository.
I love her.
Oh. I somehow thought she'd be older.
Yeah, same. I thought she would be older as well, but I'm not disappointed.
She's a vampire.
Oh my god, she starred in Underworld. Yes.
I understand.
That's our default to any character.
How can I help you?
I think one of our companions are looking for a friend of theirs.
Which friend is this?
Yeah, hi. I was looking for Coyote.
Hello.
Hi.
And
You've got really nice eyes. Oh, I'm Peacock. Hi.
Emphasis on the cock.
Nice to meet you, Peacock.
I clutch my groin and my boobs to show that there is no cock there.
Jesus Christ.
And she chuckles with it, and she says, "I think he was joking."
This is going to be the most cursed video on my
sure.
channel. Holy shit.
Yeah, like it's fine. So there is now a handout for the bouncer. So, you're here for Coyote, was it?
Yeah, we haven't been able to get in touch with her. We were hoping, but we spoke to Sin, who said that she hadn't been into work. We were wondering if maybe you knew, or maybe if we
No, we're...
could have a look at her place to see if we can figure anything out. We know she lives here. She told us.
See, this is an incredible coincidence.
Mm.
But before I tell you anything about a member of my team, why don't you tell me something about you? Why are you interested in Coyote?
Like I said, she's a friend of mine, and I'm just looking for her. I'm worried about her.
Yeah, as are we.
Can
She
I,
hasn't turned up for the last 2 of her shift.
Can I do another sense motive?
Yeah?
This one's definitely.
You really don't trust anybody here, do
No,
you?
actually, it's less about the not trusting. I actually trust these people a lot more than you'd think. I would like to know whether or not, but I rolled an 11. So, the room that we're in, is there windows? Is it a closed room? Is it like a side of the bar, or is it?
It is a back. It is a back room with no windows. There are booths, kind of what look like imitation velvet. There are tables. There is a pole in the middle. There are girls dancing on said tables. There is a piano, a grand style piano in the corner that is not currently being played.
Perfect.
There are stairs going upwards that are roped off. And you are having the conversation with Tamara on the bottom step.
Okay. I'm gonna. Can I send her a text? This woman. I want to basically send her a discreet message.
Yeah, you can chat over.
I go.
You don't have her number,
I go. Here's my handle.
but you can exchange contact details in sort of a handshakey type way.
So I'm gonna just walk forward and then just say, the reason why we're here is a bit personal, and we'd like to speak with you in such a way that doesn't alert suspicion. Here's my handle. If you'd like to keep talking, no pressure if you don't want to, of course.
I mean, I'm always happy to entertain guests, she says with a smile, and why don't you join me over here? And she looks over to the bouncer, and she's like, would you mind? And she sort of beckons him over, and she offers you kind of a private booth, and she guides you in.
I will very much follow through. And
are you all going in and sitting down?
Yeah.
As you do
Yeah.
so, the bouncer just sort of stands just on the other side, making sure that no one is interrupting you.
Legend. With that in mind, seeing the room now having some space, I'm just gonna say,
You kill her.
yeah, bang! No, I look at her and I say, we're worried there's more bodies that are happening. We're currently looking for the killer of someone who's killed a friend of ours, and we're worried.
Who was the friend?
Someone completely not related to your group, unfortunately, but our evidence has led us to here, and we're worried that there might be links. We don't want to alarm you, but we're trying to stop the killing.
She looks you up and down and goes, try me. If any, this establishment, all sorts of folks come and go. We have ears I just got in Southwestern, don't know what that was. We have ears all over the place. We have our own contact network. You assume too much from my initial appearance.
No, I less assume and more wish to not give our cards away initially. I appreciate your offer, and I will take it.
She's like a spider in the middle of her web.
Yes.
Yeah.
a very beautiful.
Listen to your tall friend.
A friend of ours has been found dead. He has a puncture wound in his neck and his guts completely removed. We have a killer in mind as to who it may be, though we're not entirely sure on that. We went to the body and we found that the killer in question is someone with a large metallic arm across the side. What was our clue that led us to here again? It was like he was coming from here, wasn't he?
I want to double check a timeline thing with you, Gamer, real quick. Because the receipt that we had that gave us Coyote's name was the day that he died. It was the night he died.
Yeah.
He went out with Hot Boy after drinking. They got into a scuffle, and then a few hours later he turned up dead. Was that... And that was 24 hours ago.
And all you know is that she's been missing for 2 shifts.
So she should have technically been at that shift.
Yeah.
She was at that shift.
Yeah.
But now Miss Fang is saying that she missed her last 2 shifts.
Yeah, but you don't know how long the shifts are. You're assuming that they're 2 days shifts.
Yeah, it's not like UK legality where you're not allowed to work after 8 hours.
Yeah, I was just trying to. I'm trying to get my head.
No, that makes sense. So, as far as you know, you haven't corroborated that receipt shows that this person served them drinks.
Yeah.
And so I'll say that we have a receipt saying that the person who's died was served by Coyote. Of course, we're not saying that Coyote is the killer. We're more saying that Coyote might have seen who they were in contact with most recently.
Possibly the reason that she's missed the last 2 shifts.
Yeah, it does add up. Can I see the receipt?
Yeah, I believe I've got it.
Can we not give it her, just hold it in front of her?
Yeah.
Please.
And I'm also at the same time going to pull out the business card and say, do you know what this is? And just flip it to see the blood stain on the back that had obscured whatever was written there.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, because it's been a month, the business card was is
of
for,
the union.
for this place.
Yeah,
that's our standard business cards.
But there was some writing on the back which was obscured.
The writing on the back which was obscured was just other writing on the back. There was a note with blood on it that had stuff
We've
that
got
was
the blood
obscured.
stained about the Jessica.
Yeah.
The name Jessica. Okay.
So what that was to do was to lead you here.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not saying that was all it was for, but
just sort of.
So she takes a look at the receipt. She's like, "Well, it's our receipt, and it says Coyote." And she takes a further look. And she's like, "This is Spark. Are you saying Spark's dead?"
Yeah, our friend Spark's dead.
And she sort of scratches her head and is like, "Well, seems we are connected more than you realize. I know him. He was a regular here.
We thought he might be a high place like this.
I mean, he lived here for a while.
Oh, he lived here.
Yeah.
Does he still have a place here, or is it?
No, he just used to drink a lot here recently. He's been here quite inebriated as he often was, and Coyote was working the bar the night here. So looking at the receipt, and we talked about it afterwards, and she told me that Fenris was getting rowdy. Oh, sorry, that Spark was getting rowdy, and his typical belligerent self to Sin and the rest of the customers. When I requested he leave, he refused. So you've met my bouncer here. he was off dealing with another issue. So I requested another friend to escort him from the building. He took him out the back door of the alley. That was the last I saw either of them.
Who was the friend?
He calls himself Hotshot, but
We've met.
he's a good guy. Gets himself into a lot of trouble, but he's one of ours.
And the other thing that your bouncer was dealing with, was it another rowdy customer, or?
In a place like this, with women as attractive as we have them, in the line of business that we often find ourselves in, it can be expected. It's not
Was Jake
uncommon to
drinking
have
with
more-
him? Sorry, I keep cutting you off. I do apologise, gamer.
It's
My
not
just
like
gets
we have.
pushed.
It's not uncommon for multiple things to happen at once. And Jake's here all the time. We knew he was fairly harmless, so he just tends to mouth off. You know, whatever he could beg or borrow enough longs to become altered in some way. Drugs, chips, drink. Didn't really matter to him too much. As long as he was under the influence, he was always looking for his next fix.
So while this conversation is going on and has been going on, I've been meaning to find a suitable place to look for any sign of illegal drugs laying around in the VIP room.
Make a perception check.
Thank you.
With advantage for your expertise.
Oh, thank you.
This is his favourite terrain.
Yeah,
Drugs
that is a
are my
13 with advantage.
From the private booth where you sit, you can't currently see anything. My cameras have gone. You can't currently see anything. There's one couple sort of opposite you on another booth having a quiet conversation over a couple of drinks. It's 4 a.m. If there was anything illegal going on, it's probably already happened.
Alright. Disappointing.
Don't worry. You'll get your chance. So, the reason I said it's coincidental is we have shared interests. I really want to know what happened, where Coyote is. And if you're saying that he is somewhat linked to the disappearance, she is even somewhat linked to the disappearance, or has disappeared at the same time as Spark. I mean, he clung to this place like a lifeline, and we all treated him as part of the family, part of the furniture. Even if none of us really liked him, especially when he'd been drinking, which was all the time. You know, except Coyote. She liked the guy.
This is going to sound like a completely random question. Was Coyote her real name? As far as you're aware?
Everybody in this city uses their own sort of punk name.
Yeah.
She had a full name. Just depends how much I can divulge to you if we're on the same page. Are we decided we're friends?
trustworthy.
No.
Okay.
I definitely think that we're on the same page here. We don't want any more bodies to be found. We want to be able to stop this before it happens, and I think you would agree that that is the most desirable out of our goals here.
I mean, I'd like to say I agree, especially with a group as attractive as yours. We get all sorts of groups in this place, work with a lot of them. But if you're looking to earn some reputation around here, we can definitely work together.
With that in mind, do you know where she went after her shift? Or did she mention anything of where she went after her shift?
we don't keep track of our girls out of hours. We look out for them if they need help. But everyone has their own life. The reason I say it's coincidental is that that there's a man. You see the man over there, and you sort of turn to see a sort of innocuous-looking man sat over in the corner of the bar, sort of on his electronics, and in fact, you don't. Just wait. You see the guy, you don't see anything else. And she points at him and goes, "That's her boyfriend. He's out of his mind with worry. He thinks he knows where they are, where she went. She's a tough girl, but there's always someone tougher. He's been trying to find people to help. If you're willing to help," and she points you over in his direction.
He's found the right folk.
Are we able to take a look in her room? With your permission. It might
And she
give us
sort of
a clue.
And she looks down at you, and you can. I mean, there's the rooms are all fairly bijou, but they have everything they want. And she sort of, if you think it's necessary, I can give you the key.
We'll never know until we look.
And she sort of gives you the combination, and she goes, "Well, I guess if I'm letting you in here, oh, by the way," and she sort of looks at you. I want to trust you. No, I want to trust you. I want to see you round here again. Don't fuck with me. As she sort of she's managing to get that fine line between, playful, but threatening.
Yeah, there's like an underlying threat.
And she smiles, and she went, "I guess if I'm giving you her room combination, room code, I should probably tell you her name. Her name's Marissa Yang."
Oh, I love her.
Me too.
So, with the details that come over, a little pop-up just comes up of what she looks like, so you are aware.
I bow to her and say thank you for your assistance. We will make sure that you know of whatever we find by the end of the day.
And we will be seeing each other again.
Good.
Does the name... There's not any major crime lords or organisations associated with that name at all? Yang? Just... completely random thought.
No more out of the ordinary than, say, a Leigh or a Chen, or I mean, a lot of the Wall Street boys, the Washington Street gang, and the the Wan Chai. There's a lot of different names thrown in there. There's nothing that would say with a name like that.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
And with that,
what's her boyfriend's name before we go and
yeah,
make our introductions?
His name's Skinner.
Oh, brilliant!
Skinner!
Skinner!
Does he have a box with him?
I'm sure that's going to.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Is there any other information you think might be useful to us?
Do you know at all? You already asked that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have one question.
Yes.
Two questions.
3
2.5.
questions.
2.5. 1. It was Hotshot that got thrown out of the bar yesterday.
He
No.
helped escort Fenris out of the establishment at my command.
Right. So Spark got thrown out for being indiscreet. What was the reason for being an asshole? Was he
Drink
perhaps
and drugs.
was he perhaps jealous of
Skinner.
yeah.
I mean, they got on like a house on fire. I don't think there was any bad blood between them. He was just an asshole when he was high.
Okay. Thank you. Second question. How much is a whiskey and an HIPA?
You're a fucking cunt. On the house, if you can find our coyote.
All right. Thank you.
But I can't stand on the house.
Yeah.
I'm on the ground floor. No, shall we go and talk to Skinner?
Well, maybe you guys want to check out the room and I'll just keep Skinner company while you do your business.
Something about that I just don't feel is safe. Maybe me and Tobby D, go and check out the room whilst you two, talk to the man. Or is there what skills? Where are we best placed? Like I'm not the best at looking around for stuff. I'm not very smart on where to look.
I'm a pretty good talker.
I'll come with you for the talky part.
Let's just all do the talky part then.
I'm average across the board.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Toby is not too good at the people skill, but he has decent intelligence, so he's probably more for the looking of the things.
Yeah, let's just go. We're in no rush. There's no bodies being killed. It's fine. Let's just do it one at a time. It's fine.
So Skinner first, then the room, or the room first and then Skinner?
Definitely Skinner first, because we might want to invite Skinner to the room. It's hard.
We might find something in the room that makes us ask different questions to Skinner.
Ooh. Yeah, but we don't want to. But the thing is, like, he's going to be a lot more pissed off at us if we have already been in the room before even talking to him. I think, like, in a, and this is Nick speaking, in a respectful manner, I'd rather him know that we're doing this.
All right, you're the one with the investigatory experience.
Yeah, it's less that we. I feel like it's worth losing that card in our hand if we are to win more allies over.
Okay. On to Skinner.
Winner, winner, chicken,
Thank you, Miss
chicken
Fang.
Skinner.
And she says, enjoy the rest of your morning. And she sort of stands up elegantly and kind of slinks off back, kind of talking to another group of patrons.
What a babe. Alright. We wander over to Skinner, I guess. Skinner!
Is that going to happen every time? Because I will change his name.
No.
I mean, we'll still call him Skinner.
He died. You walked over to him, he had a pulmonary embolism and died.
Wow.
in came Sinner.
Sinner! No,
Assholes.
Sinner's working at the bar, isn't she?
No, Finn is working at the bar.
Okay. We head over. Can you describe? Can we get a better slight look?
Yeah.
at
So what you notice? So he's tip tapping away on his electronics, swashing things out of the different sort of VR augmented reality things that he's got up. He's trying. He doesn't notice you approach, and before what you see in front of you, there is a man with a sort of shaven head, of sort of again Asian descent. You have some sort of facial hair going on, and as you sort of get round the corner, sort of from where he was sat, sort of as you appear around the table, you realize that he's in some sort of mechanical wheelchair, sort of electronic wheelchair.
Does he look like a cyberpunky type person, or does he look more like a 9-to-5 businessman?
Do I need to make him? No, it's just what you're seeing. So you take a look at his clothes, and they are decidedly one chai colours. The sort of Lumiskin tattoos that you're seeing, there's some gang affiliation there, but he's not in full colours. He's there's some signs of some sort of basic augments, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, cool.
I hate him.
What did you say, Noga?
I hate him.
Why?
I guess
Good sir?
I'll pat Pyke on the back and go, "Do the talking, big man."
Oh yeah, you want to do something. Go for it.
I walk up. Do I know of any way to shut down his VR thing? I don't know, tap
Shoot him in the head.
Alright.
He's in sort of online, so if you take him out of it, it's going to explode his head. He's about to die.
No, I mean, without some sort of EMP, there's no button to turn it off.
Okay.
It's body powered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. And I tap him on the shoulder.
And you can see him just sort of stop, and he swats something out of the way, and he's like, yes?
From what I understand, you're looking for people to help you find Coyote?
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, everyone else seems to be busy, or I don't have enough money for them to help me. I'm trying to hire a team to help me execute some plans that I've made to try and he just sort of begins to sort of stumble over his words, and he's like, I have ideas, but he's just like, yes, if you're willing to help, yes.
Okay. Are you Wan Chi?
I mean, potentially. I have been. I'm not exactly the top of the rankings. I've dabbled. I mean, you kind of just have to be seen in to stay safe, if you understand.
Makes sense.
I don't understand, but good.
Well,
I mean,
to be fair, Pyke, there's a lot you don't understand.
So how do you know Coyote? I mean, how did you know that I was looking?
We have our ways.
Miss
We're
Fang
like
told
a
us.
spider in the web.
Sin said she would send people over, but I mean, I haven't seen that many.
Well, here's your first 4.
And
Just-
yes, I'm.
Just out of interest, what is this worth to you?
And he sort of looks and he's like, "Well, look, I don't have much, but I mean, I've planned it. I've planned it all out." And he sort of begins to start showing you some of his like etch-a-sketches and like his plans. He's like, "Well, look, I can pay you maybe 50,000. I mean, it's not a large amount.
You have any crush?
I have access to Crush. I don't take any myself, but where we're going, I feel that there's probably where I know she's being held is, I mean, if she's there from the research that I've done, and there's plenty more there." And he just continues to sort of stumble over his words.
So, I need you to calm down.
Yes, sorry. I'm. This is the first time I've hired a Cyberpunk crew that have actually taken my job.
Where do you know that she's being held?
She went to confront one of my bosses.
Okay. Name of your boss? One of your bosses that you went to confront? Preferably.
I mean, if rather than do this, can we sit and we'll talk and discuss and we can make the plans and I can show you everything that I have. And you can help me do some more research. We can set up a proper job, like real cyberpunks.
I'm gonna look over towards the rest of my party, as it were, and look at them and try and distinguish if they think it seems like a good idea to sit down and go over it.
No.
Why not?
This guy sounds like a fucking turbo nerd, and I think he thinks it's a lot different than what it is.
Yeah, but that is kind of... Yeah, but why wouldn't we still go over things and just tell him where he's wrong?
Because like he's not gonna get it is the problem, right? It's not.
And at that point we abandoned the conversation.
But we could also just like I feel like we're playing with this kid way too much. Like already,
we've spoken to him for 30 seconds.
You know, Skinner, that sounds like a great idea. Let's sit down and plan it out. As I sit down next
sort
to
of
him.
Yeah, go, sorry.
No, I sit down next to him and wait for him to start his debrief.
Is he in like a booth or at a table or?
He was at the end of the bar, from what I remember.
He was on an end table. It was one that was kind of not wheelchair accessible, but like that. It was out of the way because he's been there a while, tip-tapping.
I'm gonna sit right next to him and lean over him a little bit, just invading his space just a little bit.
And he sort of stutters and he's like, "Well, okay, so 50,000. Help me rescue my beloved, please." Deal. Excellent. Great. So, and let's talk. And he sort of you can see him sort of disconnecting things, and he remains sat, and he sort of says, "Please join me.
Okay.
We already have.
Nyx like
And,
disgruntedly sits on the side, just like, oh, we could be just going. Carry on.
We could have just left and not spoken to him in the first place.
You could have just ignored the initial dead call. You could have done all of that stuff.
That's wicked.
So he sort of looks at you, and he's just like, so, right. So how many runs have you been on?
More than you have functioning legs.
Jesus, this is the most cursed video ever.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
And he sort of looks at you, the smile gone from his face, and he went, "Well, if I wasn't having to pay for a cyberpunk group, a group of cyberpunks to help me rescue my girlfriend, I would have enough money to get my leg fixed and get out of this chair."
Fucking hell.
Don't worry about him. Sometimes he opens his mouth before he thinks. Why don't you start us from the beginning? And I just sort of put my arm on my hand on his forearm.
He goes, "Look, she went to confront my boss, who put me in this chair. And he sort of says, that's here." And he does some tip-tapping in VR space and pings you over a location of this particular place. It's a garage. It's a bit of a boys' club, if you like. But she went there, and that's the last I saw of her. I've never been there. That's just where I may have inadvertently sort of said, "Yeah, that's where he is and hangs out." And she did some research, and she bought a gun, and she's gone there. Love makes you do strange things, I suppose.
Agreed.
So
Tell us your boss's name. Who did she go and speak to?
we call him Drake.
Drake.
Drake. And how did he put you in this wheelchair?
And he sort of begins to sort of wince thinking about it. He went, "Well, I was supposed to be kind of a gang enforcer, and I didn't do very well. And this is kind of what happens to those that don't do very well."
I'll pay him back for you, free of charge.
See, then you go and say things like that. So first, before I just realised, if I'm supposed to be entering into a deal with you, I should know your names.
Nope.
My name is Pyke. I'm a vice officer.
You're a cyberpunk. Sorry, you're a cyberpunk policeman. Do they not pay you enough in your career anymore?
Well, the side hustle never hurt anyone.
I suppose. And which law firm do you work for? Which enforcement agency?
I would recite the one that I actually was in, because we never went over that in full-on detail. I don't think, unless it's in my backstory.
I wasn't expecting you to go into this much detail about you still being a cop.
No, remember, he's supposed to be a bit delusional. Never mind.
Okay. Alright. I've lost my page that has all of this on. Where's it gone? Anyway. And he sort of looks you up and down, and he's kind of like, "Well, I guess that it's not a lot of money, but a side hustle never hurt anybody. You are right. So we have Pyke and Nope. What about you?"
Who's
and pointing to Toby.
Tobby D. I have ran quite a lot of jobs in this area over the years.
Okay, and sort of looking at Peacock and just sort of beginning to feel a little bit uncomfortable. He's like, and what do you do other than the obvious?
I had to, expose my cleavage a little bit more as I squeeze his forearm. You can call me Peacock. Just completely fucking messing with him the way that she can.
Nice. So, just for reference, Pyke, it's Lone Star.
Thank you.
Is
that the division or the?
That's the branch of the police force. So that Lone Star Security Services.
Thank you.
As you'll be aware, a lot like governments almost don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Everything is corporate, so it's a corporate place.
So basically, nowadays.
Yeah. So, okay, and what are your skills? What am I paying for?
Us getting the job done.
And how do you plan on doing that? What do you do?
You said you're the one with the plan.
I have a plan, but I need to know what bits of it to give to each of you.
Yeah. I hurt people.
Hurting? Good? Like it? Toby?
A bit of hurting, but mostly computers.
A man after my own heart. You and I, we will do good things. Nope.
I have, and I sort of like show my sword and I say, some skills.
More hurting. Good. I like hurting. Hurting makes me happy. And you, love? Dear?
I just bat my eyelashes at him.
Good skills. I like those skills. You have a set of very fine skills. And
Two
right.
very fine skills.
So you've all done jobs. So we're going to need to do a bit of legwork. But the majority of what I know. So she's been held here. It's it's not so much an official mechanic shop, more a back alley chop shop. And what we can do now is look into it and start things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer you some money now, and then you'll get the rest at the end. I think that's the way it works. And then sort of again begins to babble.
Usually we only get paid after the job's done.
I mean, if that's your terms, I'm happy with those too. I can pay you the entire lot, and obviously anything that you find there, you can keep. There should be plenty, and sort of pings you the location of this place. He goes, but you're gonna want to do your legwork. I'm probably teaching you how to do your jobs, but maybe a bit of research beforehand. Anything else you want to know from me, or we could do the legwork together.
Do you
Stop
know
saying legwork.
somebody by the name of Sparks?
No.
The sense motive.
You can sense motive, yeah.
Oh, natural 20 for 24.
He's evil.
He is too naive and too nervous to try lying to you. You are doing him a favor.
Okay. We're going to just double check her room, make sure that there's nothing untoward in there, or something that might lead us in a different direction. Wouldn't be anything embarrassing that you'd be too embarrassed about us finding in there at all, would there? Skinner?
I mean, no. If Miss Feng's let you up there, then she must trust you. I assumed. So, if you're good friends with Miss Feng, you must be good. I mean, if you're running jobs out of the union, I mean, that's great. I don't reckon. I've not seen you. Anyway, let's okay. You do you. I'll do me, and let's you let me know when she's safe.
Yep. What's your number, boy?
And he pings it over to you.
Yep.
You can reach me here. I mean, if you need a driver, I can. I can't leave the. I wouldn't be any good in combat, but if you want me to drive you there, I can.
Can you drive
I can wait around.
I'm
Pardon?
a pretty good driver myself.
Can you drive buses?
I mean, I can drive. I have a vehicle
We
that
we typically
I can take you.
Oh, if you'd be willing to lend us your vehicle, that'd be most helpful.
Oh no. No. Let me be useful. I drive, or you can take your friend's bus.
Bus. All right then.
Why don't we let him drive? It'll save us a little bit.
Look, I don't want him anywhere near the danger. This guy won't at all be able to look after himself.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
And he goes, "Well, I had no intention of sort of." He begins sort of picking holes in his paper. It's just like I had no intention of being anywhere near the danger. That's what I'm paying you for. I mean, I can maybe help from the van. I mean, I have a small van that I could just drop you off, and I can wait across the road, and you can give me the signal, and you can jump in, and then we can drive.
Nyx is gonna look at him, and there's like the I'm sick of this fake shit about her, and she just looks at him and says, "Look, I get that you want to help your lady friend, right? But all you're gonna do is get there, get yourself involved, get your name linked to it, and then get yourself killed. It's better for you to stay back, stay safe, and stay out of the way. Otherwise, you won't be helping anyone. You'll be, in fact, hindering the people you've hired. What would be worse than the people trying to save your girlfriend having to then turn around and save your sorry ass if you're somewhere just around the corner? You don't know how large their eyes are going. You don't know how wide their vision is going. You don't know what they're seeing, what they're doing, or what they have planned for her.
And
And no offense, nope. Neither do you. And don't. I appreciate you looking after me. Look, you take the money. You do what you need. I've paid you. I'll pay you. You do as you wish.
I just don't want you to die. That's all. I've seen too many people just die to stupid mistakes.
Wrong.
Like picking up a
And
shotgun.
the
Wow.
ouch.
Wow.
That was in the character he said that.
Wow.
Sorry,
I have no idea who that
bless
was.
you. I have it.
Why I keep bringing it up.
I have a tissue. Here you go. You said you must have sneezed.
I know, right?
That's his sneezes.
I mean, look, 50k, help my girlfriend, bring her back here. You never need to speak to me again. You get what you want, I get what I want. I was just trying to help. You're clearly experienced enough to not need my help. Go and check the room. And he sort of turns back round, and you can see his sort of eyes begin to glaze over as the sort of not augments. What's the
Wait, I
yeah,
thought
the
you was the
augments.
plan.
Yeah,
He's like RGB implants, basically. Right?
yeah, like basically just like under his eyes, where you can see he's surfing the.
Did I hurt his feelings?
Yeah.
Aww.
You called him a useless oaf. Of course you hurt his feelings.
Well, I mean,
That's
he's
what
in a
Nyx would
wheelchair
do.
for being bad at his job. What help is he going to be?
Yeah,
I'm gonna tap him
and
on
I'll explain all that to you out of character later.
Oh, come on, man. No spoilers. I'm tapping him on the shoulder again.
Nyx is.
And he looks round. Doesn't dismiss the pop-ups this time.
So, wave your hand if you can hear me. We just want to make sure that we don't save your beloved and you die in the process.
No, I appreciate that. I'd hate to be a burden. Just
It's not
do your research, make a plan, get her out, bring her back. You'll get your money.
it's not about being a burden. It's about we're used to protecting highly valuable targets, and keeping them safe is of paramount importance. In this case, as our contractor, you are that VIP. And as long as you're aware of the risks, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to come with us. I'm the one with the badge, not these three.
I
I'm
mean,
basically their parole officer.
It's funny.
I'll
'cause that's
stay.
not true.
I'll stay in. I'll stay in the van. I mean, like you said, if you don't keep me alive, you don't get your money. So I don't want to. I don't want to die. I'd rather see Coyote, and I'd rather not die.
And we
You know,
wanna
the sort of
see you
realization of
together.
death
Yeah,
has sobered him up a bit.
that is
You know, not that he was
good.
drunk, but you know.
And
Do you want a lozenge or something, Pyke?
a what?
Like a throat lozenge
It's a throat
to
drug.
clear your to clear your throat. Glass
No,
of water.
no, I'm good.
Okay.
So let's go, shall we? Come on, Skinner.
We'll check the room and come back.
I just gotta say I am actually feeling fucking exhausted, so I'm gonna have to dip out early. I'm barely keeping up as it is.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet dreams.
Alright.
Rest
Sorry,
well,
guys.
Take care,
sweet
Ace.
man.
Adios, dude.
Have a.
Take care,
I hope
man.
I hope you have a nice evening and catch me up on it laterwards.
Yeah, well
Good
done.
night.
Hopefully you won't die.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but otherwise I'll make it work. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Dude. Oh dear.
Yeah, he
Good
sent
luck
me a
for that
message
one.
about 40 minutes ago and saying he's gonna dip out early.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I hope he's okay.
Hopefully not from my throat clearing.
Oh my god. It's just such a weird roleplay.
Weird character choice.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
It's
It's
cool.
just
It's
just
great, yeah.
different.
I just like it because of the crush supposedly being
Yeah.
an inhaling.
Rotting your.
Yeah.
I can see that. I feel really bad. Like I feel bad, but it's definitely how Nyx would have handled this situation. So
It's fine. Noted for future reference.
Let's go check her room.
yeah.
So you make your way.
Get
As we're
the
leaving, I'd like to keep an eye if anybody's watching us specifically as we're leaving.
Make a perception check.
Do 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 do.
I love this music. I'm sorry.
That'll be a nice little 12.
Okay.
A
So
wonderful little 12.
there aren't that many people in the bar anymore. You know, Tamara catches your eye as you walk towards exit into the sort of private bit, and you can see some glances between her and the bodyguard, the bouncer.
And kind of unrelated.
But other than that, no one really bats you an eyelid.
Sweet.
Maybe
Yeah,
unrelated,
right,
but just while following the other three up towards the private quarters and the rooms and everything, I'll just tap Skinner on the shoulder and we'll be out in a minute. Just get the car ready.
You're ready already?
No,
You're not doing any
gonna-
planning or checking anything, or
we're gonna
and you
do
expect to live?
We're gonna do the legwork together. We're just gonna go check her room. With you.
And he sort of, with me? You want me to come?
Yeah. As
Okay.
long as you're aware of the risks,
To
I'm sure we'll
the
be
room?
happy to have you.
There's risks in the room.
Not to the room.
I'm pretty sure that Nogo has implied to him that he wants him to come with us on the mission.
Yeah, like when I might have to clarify out of character unless you're just
Okay.
tugging my leg. But
No, I wasn't
Tugging
actually. I
his
just
leg.
Yeah.
you were asking him to come upstairs to the room.
I picked
So
up. I
Okay.
understood you, Nogo. Yeah, he was basically
Yeah.
saying he wanted to see if the guy.
Yep, fine.
yeah,
I mean, I'm happy to drive you. I can be the taxi driver, the getaway driver, if you like, just in case
Or-
you need to make a swift exit.
and you can tell us all about your plans on the way there.
Oh, excuse me.
I mean, it's a mere 10 minutes. It's up to you. I mean, failed to prepare, prepared to fail.
I hate this guy so much. He's like the least badass character ever created ever in the history of existence.
He's like me in real life.
Fail to prepare, or
Like-
prepare to fail.
The worst is that he's right.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
like that.
that is what the worst is that he is right.
Tell you what, Skinner, we'll come down after the room and we go over your plans. How does that sound?
Great.
Great. You want any crush?
No, thank you.
Alright. And then I follow the others up to the room.
So, you just asked me if I want any crush, just as my wife came in and said, "Do you want anything?" And I heard my wife say, "Do you want any crush?" Which was weird. Love. Are you alright? I mean, whatever you're willing to provide. I have tea of varying heats. I have juice. If you want to bring me some snacks, some candied apples, some, I don't know, whatever you want to bring. Yeah, that's...
For the viewers at home, Lady Gamer is a wonderful human.
Ah, dear. Yeah, I was just chancing my arm. I love the way before she goes to bed, she's always like, "Do you need anything?" I'm like, yeah, all the things. Bring me the stuff." And I just see if I can find the weirdest shit for her to bring up.
It's like
Okay, so you
a
are-
family version of Taskmaster. Find
You are-
the hairiest uncle.
You are heading upstairs, if my memory serves.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. So you get to the top of the stairs, and there is a door, which is an elevator. You push the button, the doors open.
Check for traps.
You can check for traps. if you
Is
like.
it trapped? Is it trapped?
And you walk in, and Tamara Feng kills you all. No.
Fuck!
The
I found traps. I
So-
just wasted a natural 20 doing
there
the
is no traps.
job. I'm confident.
And each time you're spending some time checking for traps in the lift, and every 30 seconds the doors try and close on you.
That's a really good addition. I love it.
And after a few moments of checking for traps, you realise there are no traps.
Come on, nope.
Yeah, sure, got it. Off we go.
So you head upstairs, and you look at the details you were given. It tells you the floor that she's on. You head up to the second floor, and you've got odd numbers on your left, even numbers on your right, and you sort of work your way to the right door. And there's a keypad on the right hand side of the door. You beep boop your way in. The door unlocks, and you find yourself in Coyote's room. A small room by everyday standards, fairly average by 2185 standards.
20.
There is, I know, there's too many 20 somethings.
Yeah.
Don't say that name. Don't say that name.
You walk into the room, and there's sort of some wilted flowers, sort of giving off that sort of musty, the were nice smell, but isn't anymore. There's an unmade bed. There is a desk with a really old kind of antique-looking computer on it. There is some entertainment system kind of on under this computer. There's a little tiny kitchen nook. It's really not a big room, but it was hers.
Yeah. Are there any drugs?
Make an investigation check for me. And how long you are spending looking.
I'll spend a good 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
So
20. you check through the bedside table. You look under the mattress. You look through all her drawers. You look in the kitchen. You pull out the drawers, and you find a wild wife has appeared.
It's dangerous to DM alone. Take this.
Love it.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, brilliant. And you find not drugs per se, but you find one stim pack.
Okay.
Kind of in the bathroom, just on one of the shelves.
So that's not the actual like is that
that's not stim.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
that was what I was
the
asking.
legal version of it's a healing potion.
But stim is legal too.
For military use only.
Oh, nano pack or stim pack? Oh,
nano pack. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, so we found a nano pack.
Because I remember you.
My bad. Yeah.
I pocketed
stim.
Yeah, stim.
Oh.
It's just terminology that I'm fucking up. Sorry.
Words.
Sorry.
Word hard.
Word hard. Do think words.
I try word hard, but word hard.
I try speak words. Do think.
So other than that, you find nothing else of note.
Okay. I do pocket the nano pack.
Can I look for like a phone or a computer device, something that she might have used?
Yeah, I mean there is that archaic sort of imagine like a CBT or CRT version of like a computer. Like it's old, but you can probably boot that up and give that a go if you like.
Well, I'm a hacker. I'll hack the system.
Hack the planet.
I'll hack the planet, and I'll try and get onto her socials and see if I can find any clues as to where she might be. So, see if her social media or whatever it is in this equivalent, Facebook.
Make me a hacking check.
Sure.
Clock.
Bonk.
So.
Hey, can you help me out, No-Go?
Can Toby help?
Yeah, sorry, not No-Go. Ace, can Ace help?
I mean, you can, but there will be a time between each one. You can't just keep hacking it. So the longer you're doing this,
The DC
the
increases.
longer like you are there.
It's
not all just happening.
Can you use the help action to be like, no, you almost fucked that up, and then so I can refresh?
Sure, by all means, but that's how it's going to work in the future.
Yeah.
So you spend some time sort of social profiling Coyote to try and get her passwords and sort of use some of your botnet experience to try and sort of hack these fairly basic social media accounts. I mean, all that you would find outside of so on the socials is that the lack of anything. So that would suggest there's been nothing for 2 days. 2 days? No, 2 shifts.
24 hours.
Yeah,
at least. Something like that.
There's been nothing recent. And you take a look through her Spacebook, and there's pictures of her with Skinner, her and a cyber puppy, like various, normal family life, some scantily clad pictures.
Nice.
You find a receipt, a sort of an invoice through to her communication copy, like that shows the purchase of a firearm. You see kind of weekly food expenditures. Like, you're digging through this person's life and you find all the crap that comes with it. It's up to you to kind of unpick anything that's there that would suggest, that anything that you're looking for.
She Googled that garage.
Yeah.
We already got pinged the location by Skinner.
just to make sure that she's looked herself.
Yeah, it's less the confirmation from Skinner and more like extra info.
Yeah. So you look through the history, and she's been googling. I need to think of a different company for that.
Gaggling.
She's been binging, because Bing's the one that's successful in this world. She's been Jeevesing the sort of gang members, looking them up, various different people. You see references to Drake, and kind of people talking about him as if he's kind of a mythical figure, that he's a bit of a badass, that he's wanted for various different things. You find that there's a bounty on his head of 500,000 long, and that's all that she's found out with a 17.
500,000 bounty on Drake. I don't suppose it says what the bounty's for.
All of the various crimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Nothing on Josh then. No.
That joke only works on Rotsack's little harmony Drake.
That's fair. Is there a Find My Phone equivalent of Find My Head?
Ooh.
Like, can I try and check her password? So, like, go to her settings, check her passwords, and see if there's like a Find My Limb device.
maybe like a triangulation of like where she would have last accessed her accounts or anything like that.
Yeah. Let's go to her her pay buddy and see what her last transactions were.
Yeah, so the few transactions, there was a coffee just down the road from a recent location. I say less coffee, more Red Bull.
Nice.
That was purchased just down the road from this suspected location. You managed to log on to her Find My Phone. It's almost like a tracker, like an action tracker.
Yeah.
And you see that there have been numerous visits to this place, kind of walking around, hanging around in a location near and then coming back. never actually going in until the last transaction, the last entry, and then there's been nothing.
The last entry was how long ago? I don't ask that because I'm not the one hacking.
The
I'm
last
looking for
entry
drugs.
was how long ago? I do ask that because Nyx would check that.
Say 12 hours ago.
Okay, so she's still probably alive. I'm really happy with all of these questions that are not what Gamer prepared, because you can see the rage. No, I'm just kidding.
Welcome to the improv. Peacock turns to the others and says, I don't think this is anything to do with why we actually came here in the first place.
I feel like this one guy who wanted to prepare everything was going to give us a massive down low on what was going on. That's out of character. Nyx goes, well, I guess we should go then, if that's everything we can find here.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's entertain Skinner and hear his plan out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we head back down.
Yeah, anyway. So you head back down, the lift doors open, the lift is booby trapped, you all die.
Woohoo!
As you get to the ground floor,
It's like rocks fall, everyone dies.
you get to the ground floor, you're greeted by the same familiar faces, because you've been up there about like half an hour.
Yeah.
That as long as it took you to kind of scour through everything using your hacker ability. And you walk out. Is your plan to go back and sit with Skinner?
Yeah.
Yep.
And hear his plan out.
Just out of curiosity, how knackered are we? Because we were drinking, and it's now like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Be closer to 6, I think, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you slept late. You're fine.
We knew we were going to have a late night. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
By the end of today, you'll be knackered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we'll go back and sit with Skinner. I will take my place next to him, leaning over him.
Oh, good. You're back. Did you find anything useful? I admit I didn't actually look in there in too much detail. I just haven't heard from her in a while.
Well, she doesn't have any drugs.
No, she doesn't.
We were just doing our own confirmations.
Look, it's
Things to
fine.
back up your story.
I mean, it's money. You gotta do the things that you need to do to understand the risks involved. Understand the equipment you might need, the risk involved. I appreciate that. So, what's next?
You said you've been planning and wanted to divvy us up in two fitting roles.
I mean, I just like to know who I was dealing with. I mean, we can do some of the. If you don't like me using the term legwork, what would you prefer?
Preparations.
Sorry?
Preparations.
I mean, I have somewhat of a plan. My hacking skills aren't professional. I'm trying to learn. So if perhaps you wanted to do some research, some hacking, try and find a bit more information about locations, or this is all just stuff that I overhear from other punks in this group. Are you going to do any of that, or should we just go?
I'm take a call. Be right back. I'm actually gonna make a call, but I'm leaving the table.
Okie dokie. And he sort of looks at you, Nope, and he goes, do you have skills? Nope, Peacock, do you have any skills with a computer?
Yes.
Are you good at hacking?
Yes.
He goes, good. Do you have your own deck?
Yes.
Excellent. You look up floor plans, blueprints, anything you can find would be my suggestion, but you've done this before, So you tell me where I'm going wrong, and we could, I don't know, stalk the location. I mean, we don't have to. We could do more research online. I mean, it's a modern day. You can do whatever you like.
Nyx is like rolling her eyes.
Or we could just go. I mean, look, you don't have to have anything. You are professionals. You will win this.
It would be nice to have a floor plan going in for once. Nixie poo.
No, it's a good idea. I just wish it wasn't so irritating. Yes. Have you seen the floor plan yet, or is it something yet to find?
I don't hack.
Cool. I'm gonna hack the web and find the floor plan.
So that's specifically what you're searching for, right? Okay. So search.
Gleaming the cube.
Make me your hacking check, and we'll see what you find.
Toby will
assist me.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll do the old double people on one keyboard.
And roll me a D100, please.
This is for the cube gleaming. 72.
Okay.
Gleaming the cube.
So you spend some time sort of surfing cyberspace, cracking through various different firewalls for, say, land registry or sales of buildings.
Yeah.
And you manage to come up with a initial, when this place was built, you found a blueprint of what the proposals were. So you now have a floor plan of both, but with that, both the ground floor and the first floor.
Nice.
Does the first floor have 20-foot beds?
You're so funny. Funny guy. Funny guy. Funny guy. Hey, funny guy.
You can just call me an arsehole, it's fine. You don't have to...
You asshole!
So, those blueprints are now in your handouts.
Ooh!
This is the map that he's very proud of, yeah?
Garage floor blueprint.
Ooh!
These are the blueprints.
These are very nice blueprints.
That is.
These are, to be fair, pretty cool blueprints.
You've been doing a lot of work on this.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
I only have the ground floor.
I'm trying to get you to understand that this is the future and not D&D.
Yeah. It makes sense because
We'll get there eventually.
I did notice. I was like, oh, this is still a tutorial on how we can prepare for quests. Oh, I get it. Game is trying to tell us to use our brains. Anyway.
I mean, so you've found some blueprints. Is there anything else you would spend your time searching for? So that's say that took you half an hour. You've managed to dig up those blueprints.
I'd also like to search for what was the gang he was part of that owned
One Chai.
The One Chai. It is the One Chai. Okay, I'd like to research specifically to see if there were any convicted fellows relating to the Huan Chai who are based in this area who aren't currently in prison. Basically, I'm trying to ascertain how many people might be there.
Look for any recent police call.
Oh, I can also hack security footage.
So that's right. So you've named a couple of things. So let's kind of unpack them. So first things first, you're looking for the amount of people in the building. You're looking for any kind of police reports, things like that, right? So you want to figure out first?
I want to correct how I want to do that. I want to correct how I want to do that. Instead of looking at police reports, I want to look and try and hack like any codes on the building that would specifically access codes to open doors. I want to know how many people use the front door per day. That's what I want to do, rather than looking at police things.
So you're looking to do that. So what you're looking to do is to hack the computer system of that building to look at what's access to it, people coming and from. Okay, so make me a hacking check, please.
Thanks for real helping me, Toby. So that is a 23.
And a D100, please.
What the fuck is the D100
I
for?
really want to.
Is it like being detected that I'm hacking? Oh, it is!
It is!
Oh!
So when you have you spend, again, I'm going to say half an hour for each thing because you're having to spend time. There's two of you, but you're doing it kind of conjoined. You know, you're sharing screens, you're pointing things out. So you've got access to the building's mainframe, and you notice you spend some time kind of looking at the locks on the doors, and it tells you, it kind of corroborates the doors that you've got on the building. You've got the main barrier on the front, as you would expect with some form of garage. You've got a door on the back, which is locked, and you have a door on the front entrance to this warehouse, if you like. And between all three, you can see that maybe... What time period were you looking for?
Per 24 hours, and then look for...
Per 24 hours. So in the last 24 hours...
For an average in a week.
There have been 3 vehicles entering in and out of this particular building. There have been, say, 30 people entering, and 30 people leaving the day before, maybe 25 entering, 40 leaving. It's anywhere between, you suspect, maybe 10 to 15.
Jesus.
Or 30 to 40. Depending on who's staying, who's hanging around, because not everyone's going there and coming out the same day.
Using this information, is there any peak times? Is there any times that there's not many people?
Yeah, so you can see that from some sort of looking through the traffic, there are peak times. So it gets really busy, say about sort of midday to 2 p.m. Peters off into the night, people coming and going less. But it's a really inaccurate way of perhaps seeing like average numbers and peak times.
Right. Okay.
So that's an hour you've been doing this.
Yeah. So with this in mind, do we? I feel like I'm big braining this, but this is all because gamers hand holding, and I'm okay with it.
Well, it won't last forever.
Do we want to go during a peak time as to be disguised, or do we want to go at a quiet time as to have less foes to deal with, but more people to seek vengeance on us later?
Why don't we go at a peak time to take a look around?
Yeah.
Physically inside before we play out whatever this is.
Do you agree with this, Pyke?
I guess I would have came back from my phone call by now.
It's been like an hour.
Yeah, it's been an hour.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Did you get that lozenge, by the way? I've got some in my bag. If you want to take one of these. Is there any... Because we're still new to this. Nogo and May, do you think there's anything else I should hack for? Try and figure out... Like... I feel like we've done a pretty good job on it so far.
Just have a look, see if there's any sort of record of if there's a unusually low crime rate in the area.
Okay, I'll look at police records and have a look at if there's anything abnormal to do with... No, wait. Hacking police things might be a bit sketch because we wouldn't want the police to think we're hacking into their stuff. Can we not for now? Because that feels bad.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if I roll, say, the number that gives us... Police are going to know we're hacking them. We're going to piss off the police.
I don't know. I don't have the law enforcement expertise, but don't they just, like, publish crime stats?
I mean, that's traditionally in real life, but...
Gamer, do they? From background, do they?
I mean, ultimately, so if you spend some time doing this, like, if you're telling me that you're not hacking, you're researching, I'll tell you what you find, from half an hour's research.
There is one thing that I think you should have looked for in the surveillance tapes, though, Nyx.
Yeah, go for
it. Like the appearance and the behavior of the average customer, so that if we're gonna go in
you
there
never
during...
looked for surveillance.
Yeah, we haven't done the surveillance cameras yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
And I think that might be the next thing we do.
But yeah, just look up surveillance and look for a way if we're gonna do the whole like going in during the high hours. Sorry, I'm speaking out of character here.
No, but it makes sense.
This point of legwork, you don't have to play it out. This is you talking to me to get me to give you information for your job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, just look at that. So maybe we can pose using one of the vehicles that Skinner has, as like, hey, we got this. So if it's only like shady people showing up with cars and they leave without cars because they sold it off to get it, chopped up and built into new stuff or sold as parts, like stuff like that. Like
it could be just drug vans, and we could definitely spin it as a drug van thing, especially with as much as you carry. Okay. So I'm going to hack their building again, specifically seeking surveillance camera stuff and seeking any clue as to what type of people, what type of vans. So I'm going to look at their surveillance cameras. I'm going to look to see if they have any other methods of defense, specifically. So if they have, say, mounted turrets or...
So basically, how many half an hours do you want to spend looking for the various different things on their network?
1 hour. So 2 half an hours.
Okay. Right, so make me a hacking check, because... typically, we'll just assume that once you're on the network, you stay on the network.
Right, yeah.
But if you tell me that you've come, like, you're in, then you're out, then you're in, and then you're out, then you're in, and then you're out, I'm going to make you make, like, noise checks.
Plant a backdoor. What do you mean for plant a backdoor, sorry?
Yeah, so a backdoor is essentially, like, a way to circumvent the
Trojan.
security. Yeah, it's a Trojan. It lets you get access instantly in order... Like, you basically bypass it by hacking, and then you plant the back door, probably making another hacking check.
Do you have any?
Future, you go, like, you circumvent that shit.
I don't think I have backdoors yet.
So what they would typically be is, say, pieces of either homemade software or purchasable software that you can then install. You are still very baby hackers. You don't have an awful lot of the extra stuff yet.
Okay.
I know very little about hacking as a person.
Which is fine. I'm trying this. None of this is carbon. This is other stuff. So you spend some time. You rolled a 23.
No, I rolled a 9. I haven't rolled yet, so that's a 9.
Roll. Okay, so roll a d10 for me.
Oh no. 6.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you spend half an hour, and it almost seems that the same network that you were on has almost adapted slightly to your intrusion.
Oh, the antivirus.
There doesn't appear to be any alert that's been triggered from what you can see. But there may still be other ways to glean the information that you're after. So, what out of character for a sec. What you've tried to do is hack the network directly.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you try and do that again.
Right.
Yeah, you failed. But if you can find another way to make it significantly different, you've got more information from somewhere else that would give you an advantage, I'll let you make the check again using that new information
Can
with
I
perhaps
bing-
a lower DC.
Can I Bing maps and see what other buildings are around the area, specifically on the streets around, and see if there's any others that would have security cameras that are pointed out into the street, such as to allow me to look at the building from one of the other buildings. And I'll specifically pick a place that would not have valuable data, so like a McDonald's or somewhere.
Yeah.
So that
There's a convenience store. There's a convenience store where she bought that coffee from on the corner.
Perfect. Basically, something that wouldn't have an intense security system.
Yeah. So that was another half an hour for that fail.
Yep.
So you're now hacking a camera. So within a fairly short amount of time, with both of you working on it, you have control of the camera on the convenience store on the corner.
Nice.
Like a live feed.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. What do we see?
So it's glancing out onto their car park.
Okay.
From what you can see, you can move the camera.
Okay, so I'm going to point it towards them, towards the building, and see what I see.
So you see the outside of the building. So it's quite conveniently placed to show you the front. You know, it's a two-story. I say two-story. It's got a ground floor and a first floor that you've seen. The ground floor is significantly bigger than the first floor. You spend some time, and the gates are kind of currently up, as in open. And you can, if you sort of use your CSI pinch and hold to kind of get closer. Yeah. You can see some vehicles in there. It looks like a mechanic shop. You can see sort of maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 people on the outside. You can see some people in the windows at the top, but they're just kind of walking, doing whatever. They're not doing anything nefarious. Everybody is in Wan Chai colors. You can see that this is clearly a Wan Chai operation of sorts. It doesn't show you anything inside. So you've been doing this for 2 hours now.
Yeah.
So it's now 6 a.m.
So the thing.
Can I?
Go on.
No, I just wanted. I actually wanted to make a phone call. So if it's been that many hours.
I mean, we can go back. This is obviously what they're doing. If you
yeah.
got off and made a phone call, we can cut to you for your phone call. I actually thought you IRL were going to make a phone call.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah,
okay.
same.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I would be calling Mr. Chow.
Sure. And so you step away from the table, and you dial Chow on your device.
Yes. I'm gonna get in character.
It doesn't. Nobody picks up.
Fuck. I'm gonna try and. Did we get the?
No, it just rings out. Nobody picks up.
So it's probably like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
He's probably asleep.
It's 6. Yeah, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call. Did we get the number to David Wong?
Don't
did not.
think so.
Okay. Well, I come back and I didn't I did not make a phone call, and now I'm just sitting very bored and shaking. You know, very kind of twitchy. I'm not feeling great. Sitting in the corner waiting for people to finish. Yeah, finishing hacking. So you guys do you?
Is Sin still working?
She is.
I'm at the bar talking to her.
Okay.
Not
So,
for anything.
I am aware this is very hacking intensive, but we'll talk about. I mean, ultimately, there's 2 hackers that could have been doing it independently of each other, while others were doing other things, like going to visit the place, scoping it out.
Right.
Pyke, you could have been doing other research. Like, you're all just choosing to wait for one thing, find out what happens spending time. So this footwork element, this is where you go and do the things you need to do. We talk about it, and then we'll take our standard break, and then we'll go into what you've got based on your information into that battle. So I don't want to spend too much longer on this, but I wanted you to get an idea that this is Cyberpunk.
The planning stage.
The planning stage.
Yeah. We're just not used to planning stuff.
Which is fine. I'm just trying...
It's really good.
Yeah, thank you for giving us the time,
This
Pyke
guy
was a different character, he might have been more proactive, but calling Mr. Chow and see if, like, Drake is an affiliate, or if they have, like, some sort of agreement or whatever, that was my intent, like, is it okay if we fucking neck this guy, Are we doing...
Washington Street and Wan Shi.
Yeah, they're at war.
Anyway,
yeah, but we also got, like, the Dragon Head, David Wong, like, being all... really pissed with the Wan Chai. So it's like, I just wanted to make sure, like, on that end, but that is from my character's point of view, the extent of, like, his proactivity. Yeah.
Also, didn't we have, like, a quest to kill Donnie Sao, who's part of the one?
That's the main thing,
Yep. And you will need to gear yourself up. So this is the beginner campaign. This is teaching you what you need to be doing to this. After this, I wanted to get to the end of this battle tonight, so that you would uncover enough so that then you can actually be cyberpunks, and you can go and be cyberpunky and do what you need to do, take jobs, lucrative deals, earn money, get weapons, suck dick, whatever you want to do. So
thank you for being considerate in that way.
So
Strange
we'll continue.
Disembodied voice.
You've got you've spent some time hacking. You've called people. It's 6 a.m. if there was nothing in between. I think probably Pyke's just sitting there twitching. Peacock's been flirting with Sin for a long time, so they're now maybe plus 25 in their Sims friendship scale. So, is there anything else that you would want to try and do before getting in the back of the car and going?
The vehicles. I'd like to look at the history on the same video camera that I'm looking at and see if there's like any. Just adjust until I find any vehicle that's gone inside of the mechanics. So the build. Okay.
So you see a large SUV type vehicle with a flatbed on the back. That was driven in. You see another car that is pretty much totaled on the back of a flatbed that was driven in. The flatbed then left. You see a bunch of motorbikes kind of turn up in various different colors, and one of them leaves on the back of another one's bike, leaving their bike there. You see, if you go back long enough, you see Coyote walking from the convenience store in the front entrance of this place. You haven't seen her come out yet, and that's pretty much it. People coming and throwing, toing and throwing, doing whatever they're doing, like business.
That's enough. Let's go. Let's use the van, like No-Go suggested, as a decoy. Why don't we get to like 2 streets next to it, pop the tires, and then drive it in, and then knock on the door and be like, yo.
I thought the van was supposed to be a getaway, which was why...
He had 2 vehicles, he said. Oh, he had a van and he had a car.
No, it's the same. It's the same vehicle.
Same vehicle.
Oh yikes.
My bad. Never mind then.
That's alright, my bad, yeah. So if that's your planning phase over, we will call that 6 a.m. And we will take our 5-minute break while I set up the next scene for you as you are approaching in the back of the van with Skinner driving and dropping you off close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Big brain stuff. I'm not very good at big brain stuff.
No. Same.
I tried to make this non-big brain, like not as big brainy as last time.
We're just all generally small brain.
Yeah, I think it's not on you. It's me. I'm just.
It is. It's.
I am a small brain. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
The pre-plan phase was always my favorite part of Payday 2. The coolest concept in the fucking world.
Yep. That's what I was trying to do, something that is a bit Shadowrunny, that is a bit different, without all the bullshit that goes with it. So at those points, you are right. You can call contacts, you can do research, you can bone your contacts that are hackers, that are better hackers than you, and pay them to do some of the job for you.
Just calling up
You
Bane
can-
real quick, you know?
Yeah, like, you can do all of that stuff, and it will impact the scene that you're gonna see.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, it's super
what you're gonna do. If you've been noticed, they'll be aware of your presence beforehand. Like, trying to add a bit more thought to this stuff, because now you've got blueprints. You know that they're relatively old. You know that the other stuff that's there, like, you have a understanding of sort of numbers from checking doors, but we didn't get in to see the cameras or anything. So you don't have exact numbers or what's doing what. So the whole idea is that you don't rush these jobs. You plan for them. You can take your time to do them and do them the way that you want to do them.
Yeah.
So you know where all the doors are. Do you want to go in stealthily? Are you equipped to do it right? Have you got the right tools? Have you got the right knowledge? Go and do the job. So, moving forward, You've spent some time in the bar. You know, you've done your research. You feel that you're ready to go. You get in the. He takes his. Skinner takes his mobility scooter, posh mobility scooter, into his van, and he sort of plugs himself in, and he's willing to drive you there. Are you getting in the back of the van? Are you all front? Is it just like a minivan? Are you just going to sit in the seatbelt on? You're driving there?
Please tell me it goes. Dun, 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 dun.
Sure. It would if you press the horn, but obviously you're undercover, so he's not going to do that.
I press the horn.
You spend some time driving to the venue. Like you said, it's not far away. The sun's starting to come up, and it's starting to get a little bit lighter. The true grime of the city becoming a lot more apparent when it's daytime.
Huh, Peacock.
Excuse me,
I thought you'd burn at the sun. Oh.
And then so you move to.
Are you okay?
I don't know
I have
if
no
you.
idea what that just was.
Are you alright, mate?
Yeah, I was like,
Are you okay?
Are you okay? You just
blanked.
what?
wait.
What's going
I
on?
like heard half of whatever it was you said, Darren, and then I something about burning in the sun is all I heard. No idea what you were talking
I was
about.
calling you a vampire, but
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I didn't even realise you were talking to me.
I'm fine.
keeping his sort of smile on his face. He's happy that he's found a crew to go and do his job. He parks up and as he sort of stops at a junction, he's like, "It's only a couple of minutes from here. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be kind of front entrance? Do you want to be a little bit further away?"
We're just gonna stake the joint, see if we can get a confirmation on if Coyote's in there, and if she is, what do we do then? If she's under immediate danger, it goes without say that we go in guns blazing. But assuming she is safe and well for the moment being, perhaps rendezvousing in the van again and find a point of entry. How does that sound to everyone?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. So what he does then is he will drive close and just sort of not directly opposite, but just sort of pull in to one of those little side streets. And he's like, "Well, I can wait here. I'll keep the engine running. You can go out, do what you do, and I'll be here if you need me. Here's my details." And he just sort of pings you his information.
I don't want his number in my phone. Oh no.
Well, I got his number already.
Yeah. Pyke accepts the friend request.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just leave it on added.
You be good, Skinner. And I get out of the vehicle and start moseying my way down there, looking like I got places to be and people to kill.
All right. So you spend some time sort of. I'm assuming you walking towards the building. You're walking round. You know, you're trying to not necessarily look not conspicuous. You're trying not to be seen too much. You're surveying the area to. What are you looking for? Oh, I've gone.
Signs of how busy it seems at the moment.
Okay.
If there's any noticeable guards on duty that we didn't notice before.
Well,
A
you
good
spend some
view at the
time.
back door as well.
Okay, so you spend some time. Let's again call it half an hour.
Sure.
Or you can call it 15 minutes if you're all going off in different directions. It's
Yeah, let's call
kind
it
of superfluous
15
to the
minutes.
point.
Go off in different directions.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pyke, you take a look at the front. You see the front door. You see kind of what would be you would expect to be like the office area. You see the doors closed. There doesn't appear to be any security cameras on the outside. You have a look, and you see there's like a circuit. There's like a guard dog and a guard that just sort of meanders, just not so much doing circuits, but is just like making his presence known.
Okay. So there's
you see
4
the
guards
lights?
outside plus the dog. Correct?
Where were the other guards from?
You said that when we were looking through the live feed, we saw 4 people guarding outside.
Four people. Right. Okay. So you've got a couple of options. So there are guards that have been doing circuits. The people that you saw were kind of just milling around.
Oh, okay.
So, if you're at least, so are you. What am I trying to ask? So you're saying that are these people on guard? No, they're probably just there. This person is specifically sort of making his presence known with a dog.
Okay.
Like,
yeah. Gotcha.
you can probably surmise that there are at least, if those other people haven't left, there are 5 people at least on the premises.
Yes. Okay.
And if you wanted to, any other information you can ask at this point.
Is there any lights on upstairs?
Yep.
Are there any windows open upstairs, or are they all closed curtains or boarded up?
Make me a perception check, because there are windows.
When I'm cleaning windows, I see shit all.
So the windows just kind of look grimy. Some of them have bars on. It seems a bit of a mismatch. I mean, outside of that, nothing much.
There are taller buildings around here, right?
Yeah, but this is kind of on its own on the edge. So, it's clearly been designed for vehicles to have ease of access getting into it. So it's not surrounded by lots of other buildings. There's lots of like roads either side. It's kind of got a car park outside. It's not like you could jump from one building to the next.
Is it kind of like the garage you get in San Andreas in San Fierro? Like, it's just kind of like a big parking lot with like never mind. Fuck it.
I don't know. So I played San Andreas, but I can't think of the garage that you're on about.
Okay.
Theoretically, could we go up to one of the neighbouring buildings that is taller than it, throw a grappling hook across, and then sort of stealthily slide onto
If you
the rope?
probably had something to fire said grappling hook, you possibly
If you
could.
had a grappling
If you had a grappling hook. Yep.
Alright. Well, I will go with my original
So that's-
plan and approach the entrance.
So
was
that's what
there
you were
any-
doing in that 15 minutes. Nyx, Peacock,
Oh.
you were looking at windows.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you did?
No.
Back door.
Okay. So you've gone to the back door.
Yeah, just to see if there's
So
anyone there.
there is a back door. It appears to there's a kind of a wire fence, and then there's maybe 15 feet, and then there's the wall of the back door, and there is a back door that you know is there. It's shut. There are no windows next to it. It's kind of almost like an emergency exit, but you could definitely, use that as an entry exit if you could get the door open.
Does it look like there's a keypad next to it, or does it look
Make
like
a perception check for me, please,
okay.
from the distance that you're at.
I'm also looking to see if there's any cameras as well.
Can
So-
Toby help her?
That'll be a 7, so I don't see Jack.
You see a door,
Yeah, I see a door.
and it doesn't appear to be like a security door with a keypad, but it just looks shut.
Okay. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you very much.
And security cameras can usually be quite easy to see, and you can't see any. So
So I get over the comms. It looks all clear around the back.
giggity.
Roger Dodger.
Nyx, are you doing anything else?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think.
Okay. So are you reconvening back at the van?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think Pyke wants to go to the front door.
Pyke?
yeah, I'm going with my intended plan. If
Okay,
I didn't
yep.
convey it correctly, then fuck it. But I am going in as someone that has business there. Like, I'm a customer. I'm going there with the intent of opening the front door and walking in.
Does the place even look like it's open at this time of the morning?
There's
Business.
definite activity. Like, you can see lights on, while the doors may be shut, you can see people milling around in there as if it is open. I mean, this is the city that never sleeps. There's always something going
Yeah.
on somewhere.
Well, it's now what 6:30, so it probably
6:30.
Yeah, it's starting to buzz,
But it's not going to be super busy, surely. At this
which is
time,
fine. Which is
at
fine.
least.
I'm gonna just sit in this corner and wait and watch.
Let Pyke
Okay,
do his thing.
so Pyke, you saunter over, and you get to the front door,
Okay.
unmolested
Yeah.
by the dog and the guard, but he does sort of send you a sideways glance.
I just give him
Well,
like
he's-
like the what's up, head nod upwards.
And as you walk in, you are greeted by a kind of steel table in the middle. What looks like it was probably like the reception area, and there is a man sort of behind the counter playing on a console as you walk in.
So I had seen the blueprint, so I would be in the entrance/office area. Would I be able to, ascertain if that is right?
That's the door you went in, right?
Yeah.
So you're referencing the blueprint, so you can see that it looks like a partition wall has been put down the middle.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually split that entire office into 2 rooms. The room that you're currently in is clearly the reception. There are 2 doors in the wall to your left. There is a reception-esque area and a man playing a console. Do you continue to kind of look for, not traps, but security? Are you looking for, what else are you doing? Or are you just literally going in there going, "Hi, I'd like to strip a car, please"?
No, I'm walking while walking towards the guy behind the reception desk playing his video game. I'll take a quick glance for any form of security. You know, like are there armed guards? If I can see out into the actual workshop area, are there armed guards? And cameras is what I'm looking for.
Okay,
Things.
perfect. So you as you approach the metal table, the glass doors in the partition wall, you can see a large table, potentially like a meeting room. It's a real decrepit sort of looking chairs. There's some people in there that look like they're enjoying some food. You know, there's this odd sort of smell in the air. As you would come to know that smell of being some kind of narcotic. In the right-hand side of the room that you're currently in, there is a security camera facing you. And behind the guy, there is a double glass door, and you can see some neon lights and some sort of... In the far background, you can see, like, shelving. But from the current room, you can't really see anything else than that.
Okay. So when I reach the table... I just lean over and, very desperately, hey, you get, I was sent here by Doja Digweed. He, you have crush, sell.
So, Doja Dickweed, I love it. So, are you trying to persuade? Are you trying to deceive? Or are you trying... There is a check that you can make that makes it look like you're supposed to be there, despite... I always forget which one it is. Despite affiliation. Presence.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is I am clearly an addict. I am clear in the head right now enough to know this. If they have product to sell, I will buy, but I am there still under false pretenses, right? So you judge that however you wish.
Make me a persuasion check then, please.
Very well. Persuasion. Yeah.
I like the idea of presence check.
A 15.
Okay. And so the guy sort of behind the counter is sort of, huh? I mean, yeah, probably. I don't know Doja. And he sort of pauses his game and puts it down and looks at you. He's like, who are you?
Huh? No. Crush. I'll pay double.
I mean...
Please.
Yeah.
Start twitching.
I mean, he sort of looks to the camera and then looks at you. He's like, double? Yeah, alright. And he sort of gets up, stretches, and he's like, well, come with me.
I'll follow.
And he leads you through the door. And he takes you into the workshop.
Alright.
You like my choice of music then?
Yeah.
It takes you into what is the workshop. Now the neon lights that you saw, those are vending machines over on the right hand side. There are in front of you, there's a lot of storage. To the as you open up the doors, to the left of you is a sports bike currently being tinkered with. He takes you over to one of the containers, and sort of cracks open one of the containers. As you make me a No, you'll see all the basics. So there are 2 cars in there, like we've already confirmed.
Yeah.
Lots of boxes. If you want to make me a not a persuasion check, a thingy check.
Perception.
Perception check, a perceive check.
Holding it in check.
If you're looking for numbers of people, because that's kind of what I'm assuming you're doing. You're trying to scope the place at the same time, right?
Yeah. Now that I'm in the workshop, armed guards, people. Is there a? That is a 2.
I think at the sound of Crush,
Yeah.
you've kind of got a bit
Carried
confused.
away.
Yeah, you've kind of focusing on that point, but you see the cars, you see a couple of people working on the cars, you smell the smell of pizza, which is making you really like hungry with the narcotics, and you turn around and you have a look into the boardroom where that smell is emanating from, and you see a couple of people sitting there smoking, enjoying pizza. You see a dog that's there sort of lapping it up, kind of getting thrown the odd bit of pizza. You see stairs up, and it's a typical kind of greasy back alley chop shop. That sort of effect is what we're going for. And the guy sort of goes over to this lockbox. He's like, "Well, I've got this," and he's like, "How much do you want?"
How much you got?
Got well, how much are you how much are you looking to forget?
5 doses. 5 doses. Double. I pay double.
He's like, "Yeah." So that's 200 each times 5.
Yeah. I'll transfer the funds.
200 times 5
is 1,000.
Yep. So you now have 5 doses of extra crush.
Yeah.
And he sort of reaches his hand and goes, "One for you, one for me," as he sort of very quickly begins to sort of open the container, and he just sort of pops it in his custom like inhaler. He has his own, and he just sort of pops it up to his face, and he passes it over to you.
Put it to my mouth and just, Oh shit! That was too sharp of an inhale, and
Real life.
I'll start a little bit over, like the effects of the drugs taking place and everything like that. I'll pass him back the inhaler, and I assume the dose is like empty or whatever. Yeah, and I'll just thank you so much. I will take my leave now, as
Always.
I will pretend to be
Always happy
disorientated
to.
and walk up the stairs.
Hey. So as he sort of reaches out to stop you, but he's still a bit like bleary.
Yeah.
Seeing you go up the stairs, 2 of the ones that were moving on the car very quickly intercept you.
Okay, so how far up the stairs did I make?
You get to the you get say about halfway up, and you see that there is a door at the top of the stairs that is closed.
Okay, is there just did I get a good enough look to see if there are other rooms on the upstairs that
As soon as you get to the top, there is a door in front of you.
Oh, okay. Now I
you
get it.
can't get upstairs without opening the door.
Okay, and they intercept me and just, oh, sorry, can you please lead me out?
Make me a performance check.
Alright. Please roll well.
In fact, make me a performance check with advantage, because in theory, you're only half performing.
Yeah.
You are under the effect of that drug.
Yeah. I'll take advantage, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So that is a 15 with advantage.
and they don't talk to you. They literally just grab you by the shoulder on each side and escort you out of the door.
Yeah.
To which you came.
I'll stumble onto the ground and kind of worm around a bit before I rise up and dust myself off and start walking back towards the car.
Cool. Good recon.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I think No-Go knows what he's doing better than the rest of us.
Yeah.
He's basically playing Payday.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm doing, yes!
No-Go's played Payday, GTA, and then me and May have played My Little Pony Simulator.
Dude, I
like it. I like
with
it.
this group.
Oh,
Okay.
Alright.
So, can I just say something because he's not here? Those vending machines are full of sweets. Like, his Ace's character
Ace.
has
Says
a bit of a
sweet.
sweet thing. So I
Yeah,
put those there specifically for him.
Man, that's a bummer.
Fine. It's fine.
that's right.
Alright, so you now have
And you
a
put
blueprint.
hot people there for
I did.
other people.
And there are other things there for other people as well. So
Sniper rifle.
I love this music. I'm sorry.
This music
It's
is good.
just-
Yeah.
So you now have the blueprints. You now have a rough idea of
I
who's
can't
in
see
there.
The ground floor for blueprints. Did we get the top floor?
No,
You should have done.
We didn't.
I only see the garage ground
Oh,
floor.
I put it in mine. Sorry.
It's okay.
There you go.
Excellent.
Oh, okay.
So,
So that's the door that you
Right,
saw.
yeah,
at the
yeah,
top.
yeah.
Yeah.
oh, toilets.
There's a downstairs toilets as well, which is excellent.
Yeah.
There
was one.
So these blueprints are obviously to scale.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember you mentioning that you. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a lip on the roof. There's a lip on the roof. We might be able to go through a window.
If
Or
we
out
can
a
get up
window.
there.
Or out a window, yeah. I don't want to
So-
go guns blazing because they're just gonna use her as a hostage, right? So how do we do we want to like try and hack and disable the security cameras just as we're
going to
entering?
need to.
Yeah, and then just go on a fucking murdering spree on the ground floor.
So,
But with like without guns, so like a non-gun murdering spree. Try and kill them as quick as we can before they, kick off.
Just because we are trying to be quiet and not use guns doesn't mean that they're gonna have the same.
No, but
qualms.
we could like position ourselves in such a way that it's advantageous. Maybe I could pretend like I need the toilet and say, "Oh, can I just give you 100 long to let me shit, please? I've been working all day, haven't had a place to shit, and I can't be fucked." Something similar like that. Can I just toss you 20 long just to have a shit?
You can hack open locked doors. You can hack security cameras. You can do what you need to do.
So a little bit of a Pyke was seen by the security camera when he entered, right? So
Yep. And and others when he got in there.
So if possible, Nyx and Toby should try and maybe locate the server room or wherever recordings are being stored, so that we can destroy those on our way out.
If
we're gonna go in and do something.
Now you're thinking.
That's a great idea.
That's some Hitman stuff. Actually, I noted I've put down.
Okay, so order of plan. Nyx goes to the door, seeks for a bathroom. Go on.
Nyx and Toby hack the vending machines to spray out stuff and cause a distraction?
Sure.
Is it something that you could attempt to do?
Oh yes.
That would give us a second's distraction.
I think
before
that
things
that can be like something we have prepared. So maybe Toby's preparing that. Because I'm painfully aware of how many squares there are. So if we can travel 6, we're not going to be able to get to each person in the workshop in one round. That's why I'm suggesting this toilet strategy, because it would at least give someone access to the building on the other side of it. Also, if it's in the toilet, there's likely not going to be security cameras in there. So what we could do is hack the security cameras from within the toilet, turn it off, and then I'll just send you a text saying, go now. And then we just burst out, do a quick wreckage, then we just run up, find whatever's on the second floor. At that point, deal with whatever's there, ideally quietly, find the server room as you mentioned, deactivate that as best we can, find the woman, jump out of the window, get the guy, text the guy and tell him to drive directly to the side so we can hop onto his car and get it out back into safety.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
what I recommend.
But no, I fully agree, but we don't know if the server room is on location or not.
Okay, so what do we do? What we do is we cut off the connections as well, so it can't. We just fucking delete everything. We just hack it and make it all delete all the.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
Yeah.
Implant since we would it be possible for within the capabilities of Nyx and Toby to be able to plant a worm that just wipes.
If you've got any, yeah.
Oh, hold on. I've got computer interface exploit. So when I'm within 10 feet of a computer terminal, security rating 3 or below, I can interface the computer to gain additional information. So I could use that to figure out where the off switch is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, basically you're manually deleting it. It'll take time. There won't be. You haven't got something to do it for you, like a program that you could have to purchase. But you could go in there and just go delete.
And then whilst I'm having a shit,
does Control A delete work in this world, or?
Sure. Yeah.
No, it's always swordfish. You just enter in the password swordfish.
The password is always swordfish.
Yeah.
I don't get the reference, but yeah, we have a plan.
Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah.
So
I am satisfied.
The only change that I've made to this map since break is that person that you've just spoke to is now high on crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
so nothing has moved. Yeah. Everything will be the same. I'm not going to DM hack it. So
right, I am going to.
What door are you approaching for?
I am approaching the workshop door because it's semi-open, isn't it? The workshop door.
The workshop door, yeah. So there's There's space for 2 cars, so it's a double garage, if you like. And it's kind of slightly up off the floor, as in, it's not welcoming people, but you can dip under it if you
I'm going to sort of run from a side alleyway hurriedly. Not in a sprinting way, but more I really need to get somewhere sort of way. And I'm going to knock on the door and gesture to the guy who's walking his dog and just be like, look, sorry, I'm from the other side of the city. I've been working all night. I'm desperate for a shit. Is there any way I could toss you 100 long just for me to use your bathroom?
I think while this is going on, Toby and Peacock are stacked up on the back door.
Nice.
Nice. Going that way when things are ready. And make Pyke.
Make me your performance check.
Me? Or
yeah.
Performance. Oh, I always roll shit in this game. Here we go.
I mean, you are literally rolling for holding it in. Yeah, you're literally rolling for holding it in. So, okay, so I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to
women shit.
Okay. So it sort of looks you up and down, and the dog sort of sniffs you, and it's like, as if there is an awful smell there. And he's like, "Hey, money's money, but I watch you." And he sticks his hand out.
Surely you're not going to watch
me. He sticks his hand out. He sticks his hand out, waiting for the credits to be transferred.
I'm gonna send him 100 long.
So you send him 100 long, so minus that,
yeah.
And him and the dog walk with you to the toilet.
And I'm like, I look at him staring at me, and I'm like, I'm gonna have privacy, right? I mean,
you get to the toilet door and it's locked, and the guy inside goes, "Occupied."
And I look at him and say, buddy, I really need a toilet. Do you have any other toilets around here?
Not that you're getting to see.
Oh,
Just
I've got a tail here. Can I give you like another 100 just to get me somewhere to shit?
And he sticks his hand out.
Yeah, I'll give him another 100.
And he goes, boss wants to see you. And with that, the guy taking a shit comes out. And he just sees him in hysterics there. Is that clearly the boss doesn't want to see him. And you find yourself ensconced in a 3x3, very small, under-stair bathroom.
Nice. So I'm gonna...
And 200 quid lighter.
I'm gonna start just like
Spend a
huffing.
penny.
I'm gonna start huffing and like you know the sounds of someone who has not eaten a lot of fibre.
I love the way we all felt we needed to do that.
Fuck! Oh God! Yeah. So
Alright. One sec. My
Yeah.
Lauren's just sent me a text. Just give me a sec.
All good. This plan is flawless. It can't go wrong.
Yeah, we're all dead.
Yeah.
I really hope that I pass my addiction test on the next drug, actually, for once.
I can't believe I got a natural 20 on the performance. I'm so happy. I'm tired today. I don't know what it is with Saturdays, but I'm always tired on a Saturday.
I mean, it's the end of the week. You've been busy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just weekends don't really feel like the end of the week to me anymore, which is a bit weird saying, but I don't know. Cyberpunk is weird.
I really like Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Some of it, at least. Like, some of the stuff doesn't particularly interest me, like the very techy and hackery stuff, but like the setting in general from like a underdog's point of view is very cool. It's kind of work for everyone.
I actually quite like the hackery stuff. I just don't understand it very well. Like that's why I keep making these gleaming the cube swordfish. It's not just because I'm making Critical Role references. It's because I think I have as much understanding of hacking as Sam Riegel does.
The password is always swordfish because of the movie Swordfish.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He has more understanding of hacking than I do. I just thought hacking was cool. Also,
I'm pretty sure the movie's called Swordfish because that's what the password is.
Right. Oh man. I don't know. It's fun though.
John Travolta, Hugh Jackman, Harry Bailey, John T. Cheadle,
I
Billy Jones.
hope you heard that I fired.
I did. I didn't say anything about it.
That's right. The damage is done. I apologise for my rudeness. Oh man. Hope Gamer's okay. It's been a hectic day apparently for people. Oh, let me show you my latest purchase. I bought the Caduceus miniature. So I have all of them. I now have both Mighty Nine and Vox Machina. And I also have now got the Munchkin box.
Oh, that's only just come out.
It has. I ordered it as soon as it was released because I've played Munchkin before. It's an excellent game. And I was like, fuck it. It's only 25 quid for a good board game. I'll do so because I personally do not own Munchkin. So I was like, all right. This is a game I like. It's a game I enjoy, and it's in a brand I like and a brand I enjoy. Mm-hmm. And you know what? There's some really clever stuff in it. Like,
does it have the Dread Gazebo?
I don't think so. My favourite little thing it does is, right, so all of the character cards have got double-sided for like 2 different artworks. And what's interesting is each of the artworks has different progressions in their arcs. My favourite is Not the Braves, because on one side it's Not the Brave, on the other it's Veth Bernardo. which is really a really cool idea, because everyone else is just Caleb Wildergas, Caduceus Clay, Jester,
Wait,
Yashi.
wait, who's Veth?
Oh shit, you're not that far into it, are you? Are you still watching?
What?
Are you still
No,
watching?
that is a joke. I self-spoil
okay.
myself all the time.
And then it's got a fuck ton of references. What episode are you on, Noga?
I'm on like the one where they go hunting the adult white dragon with the druid thing. I haven't watched in months.
Right, yeah.
But
Oh.
I still like I don't mind spoilers, because like unless it's like, you know, Shutter Island levels
I think
of
by
spoilers.
that point you're already aware that not used to be Veth.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I do.
So
They've already freed the husband and everything, but it's like I self-spoil myself about everything, so I don't know what they're doing or what they're up to right now, but I know, you know, I know stuff that I shouldn't reasonably know, because it's happening in like 40 or 50 episodes.
It's hard not to when you're this far behind.
I really don't mind.
Allow me to share with you some of these awesome references, right? So the toughest monster in this entire game is the hag. That one giant hag in the swamp.
Ishana.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that turned Veth?
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
she's the hardest mob in this game, right? That gives you context as to how tough she actually is, which is spooky as fuck. Because the second hardest thing in the game is Geladon the White Dragon. Which is an ancient fucking white dragon. So she's tougher than the ancient fucking white dragon. What the hell?
What, like in your card game? Or?
In the card game. And this is based off the roleplay game. Which is fucking insane. I've got Oban, the Punished. Oban himself. The Laughing Hand. As a Captain of Antica card.
Gamer's back, yay!
And anyway.
Everything okay, dude?
Ooh.
You're muted.
Lauren's not been feeling very well the last couple of days, and it's just it sounds like flu. Like everything aches. She's really sore. Everything is just hurting for no reason. Like bad stomach, but she's struggling with it, and she can't get to sleep. She's in a lot of pain, so I just had to try and make sure she had everything she needed. It's not the COVID.
So you might want to make sure that she's hydrated, because it might be the winter flu is what we call it here in Sweden. I don't know the rest.
Yeah, but that's exactly it. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like flu.
Yeah.
You know, bad stomach, everything hurting, shivers, cold. But she hasn't been anywhere to pick it up. Like
isn't
the
the
kids
kids
when we go out,
or whatever?
Yeah, but not recently. Like, not that would corroborate what she's got. So, but I just wanted to make sure she had drugs, drink, whatever she needed, try and make the room a bit nicer for her to sleep in, see if she can go off. So I appreciate the patience. No,
we are a very open group, and we want to make sure that you are okay and she's okay.
Yep.
So.
Yep. We're fine. But it's 20 to 11 already, and we're supposed to finish at 11.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, silver lining, Ace will be here for the sugar.
Well, it depends on when you want to stop. I mean, I can go till whenever, so it's entirely up to you.
Honestly,
the ideal finishing point for me is this over and introducing you to the next bit, so that you can do your next thing. But if we don't get there, then
too late, unfortunately.
So I have
tomorrow.
I have a obviously I don't know what you have planned, gamer, and everything, but from my point of view, right, if I was the DM, I know that Ace loves combat, so taking that away from him is, well, not taking that away from him is not what you're doing, but we have a very clear opportunity to let him be there for it. So maybe as soon as like shit hits the fan, that is where we'll pick up next time.
Which it will, because obviously it's us.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Like when
I know this is pretty
basically when but like when combat starts, I think we should call it. That's what I think.
Okay.
We spent a lot of time dicking about and
learning
on Skinner.
I'm
and
sorry,
looking
gamer.
around the bedroom, delaying stuff.
Same time next month.
I mean, we can always play again sooner to move it forward if you want, even if it's like a mini one.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
the thing is, like, this
we'll
is his
sort something
schedule,
out.
right?
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. So, So you're in the toilet.
I am in the toilet.
The guy's been kicked out.
I'm huffing
The
and
guy
hacking. Huffing and hacking.
with a dog is outside waiting for you. This guy has gone to go and do what he would have been doing before, which is working on that car. Cool.
While I'm at the back, can I just make sure that it's not locked or anything? Now that I'm closer to it.
Can I see the map? Other than the blueprints, because I'm now there.
You can see in that room probably.
So with DM discretion, I have a question.
Hold on. Let me see what you can see. Yeah. Hold on. I have to drag you to. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Anyway, sorry.
Literally a toilet.
I think Nogo wants to ask you a question.
Yes, mate.
Yeah, I just wanna hold an action preemptively, if that's possible. You know, like for when the go signal is given by Nyx. Since I'm already hooked up on Crush, if possible, because I assume the what's the new drug I got? The new toy. The quick Rapido. They're pills, right?
Yeah.
They're pills, right?
What you can? I'm gonna let you design the drugs.
Okay.
You tell me. Unless I've told you, you make it up. You tell me. You're the drug baron.
Yeah, so like Rapido has a duration of 1 minute. I would say that it is a fast-acting oral substance, so a pill.
Cool.
So if you allow it, I would like to chug an energy drink while downing the Rapido while running for the front door when combat hits starts, if that's okay.
So you're going through the front.
Yeah. Like the same door that I
That you went in before. Yeah.
Yep. That is what I will do.
You are on Crush, or you're on Crush. You're on
Rapido.
energy drink, and you're on Rapido. Okay. So I've put 3 colored tokens over. You can just remember what they are.
Yes.
So you've gone the front. Tobby D
is at the back with me.
Is at the back with you. The door in front of you is locked.
That will be a problem for Tobby D.
Is it mechanically locked or technologically locked?
It looks to be like it's a big door. It appears that it's locked rather than like electronically sealed.
Okay, I don't think he has anything to help with that, and I certainly don't. So we might start trying to make our way back to the front. It'll take us a little while, but if we can't get in there.
So front as in front door or gate, like barrier?
The big garage door.
The big garage door that but we'll be taking some time making our way around.
So one of you on one side, one of you on the other, I assume. Like just peering around the corner. Because the guy with the dog that was guarding is now on the inside, not guarding.
Me. Yeah, guarding me.
Yeah.
Can I disable the security cameras?
Make me a hacking check, please.
Hacker man.
Come on, this will be the roll that I naturally want, won't it? Let's fucking go. Ciao.
Roll a D100 for me.
88.
Thank you. Okay, so same hacker, 72, 92, 88. Okie dokie. Alright, so you managed to hack the network. On it, you see 1, 2, 3 cameras. What do you wish to do with them?
I would like... Oh! I want them to have the images frozen, not off, frozen, so it looks like, or like on a loop. So basically, so it looks.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You're gonna speed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want someone to think, oh yeah, it's fucked. I want them to think, oh, it's the same as it has been for the last 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, that camera, and that camera are frosted.
Find the server room.
I will then use my hacking ability called computer interface.
Oh wait, no, you needed a
You
terminal.
have to be near a terminal for that, though. Eh?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Never
Sorry.
mind, I can't do that though. Which is fine. So I'm then gonna go. It's go time. And I'm going to not open the door and say I'm finished, and I've walked out with my sword and I slash into the guy next to me.
Oh.
Hold on.
Shit.
One. Let me just do these. Do this. And do this. So I'm putting tokens over. Well, you'll see. I'm putting tokens over the cameras to show that they are defunct. Okay.
I really
So
want to
you
do
take
combat.
a step out.
Yeah.
And there's a guy there with his dog looking at you, and you are planning on opening the door and slashing him.
Yeah.
Are you communicating that with everybody to communicate timing?
I already did the
Yeah.
go time. Yeah.
So, with that then, what's everyone else doing when he says it's go time? Because obviously we're not going to go into combat. We'll get you to enter so you can see the map, and then we'll call it.
Rushing in. I've got my dagger out,
Rushing
my
in,
knife out,
okay.
ready to throw.
Okay, so I'm going to put you in cover, because I'm going to assume you're not just going to run in and stand out in the open.
Yeah, I tend to get hit a lot otherwise.
Are you and Toby D next to each other?
If there's
or
a place that we can go, sort of separate out.
Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's fine. So you're there. You've come in through the front door.
Yeah.
So now if I remove this, ka-chow,
Hey, buddy. And I
you
step
should
down.
be able to move forward.
Thank you.
And if I bring everybody else over, can I just get rid of you? How do I?
This is gonna be. Oh my god.
How do I get rid of you?
Who?
Like, because now I have the team and you on that
You just
layer.
drag the little thing into where it says part players
Into the
or
red.
parts
Into
or
the
whatever.
red.
Oh, into the banner. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look how many there are. Fucking hell.
Oh shit! It's bigger than I thought.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
fuck.
huge house. Oh.
The blueprints told you quite how big it was. Square for square.
Wait, did it? Did it?
There is no scale for how big one.
35, 40, 45, 50.
Oh wait,
No,
it
it's
should have
like
done.
twice
I should have.
the size.
What?
Unless those squares.
No,
are
no,
10.
no.
Yeah, it didn't say. Sorry, bro.
Hold on. Then that's a me fuck. So that doesn't make any sense. So I made them. Let me just. Is it because I've converted them into a?
Oh, when you click on the actual picture itself.
Click on the picture. There you go.
The actual, that's
Yeah.
us then.
Wait,
yeah.
what?
Okay.
It's
If you click, because it's a handout, you have to click on it to get to the image rather than just the preview, and the image itself is to scale.
Yes. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, I don't understand.
Open the handout, click the picture.
Okay, so garage first, ground floor. Click the picture.
There you
It'll
go.
open up with the token.
Oh!
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh, that is irritating. Oh, well,
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Like, are we gonna do this?
Yeah.
Like, what?
We've done the best, like, for our first, like, preparation phase and, like, scouting and everything, you know, we've done what we can. I didn't get any information because of a failed perception roll on how many people were in there, because crush. But, you know.
But you saw people.
I saw people.
Yeah.
I just have no idea how many.
Also, can we
And
please...
you can't really see an awful lot from where you are.
Yeah.
I 100% am going to try and steal that motorbike, by the way, guys.
Yes.
Like, that is such a
put my arms
thing.
around you as we.
For a reason.
Oh my god, is it? It's for Peacock! It's for Peacock! Let's ride off into the sunset. May can with this be just the beginning
If
of
I
the
want
romance?
you to steal it, I have to make it pink. To match your outfit.
Oh man, I'm so
So there's a lot going on this scene. There's a lot of other things that you can do.
People.
But I can't tell you about it if we're not going any further.
Oh man,
I know. I wish so as well, but at the same time, I know that Ace would love to be here. So
Yeah, well, if he really wanted to be here, then he should have slept beforehand, shouldn't he?
No.
that is a point I cannot argue against.
Do.
Wow.
All right. Well,
Oh.
I'm glad that we
Oh,
covered absolutely nothing of what I had planned. Everything we've done so far was the session before,
Yeah.
that we didn't get to.
I've had that feeling before. Now you can relax.
Deja vu.
This is the Underdark.
I get to
Yeah.
make a fun roll.
Is it your
Like
addiction check?
Do I get addicted or not?
Yeah. I thought we came to the conclusion. Oh, to Rapido?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're already addicted to
Really?
Crash, right?
Yeah, I am already addicted to Crush, and well, actually only Crush.
Yeah.
You're not addicted
Yeah.
to Red
Because
Bull.
that's the one that we said that was your main go-to.
It's the staple, yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly because it's the most fucked up one. But yeah, I am making the roll.
Yeah.
I fail. I am addicted to Rapido. That is, it's a pretty nasty debuff too, by the way, guys.
What's the debuff?
Anything that
Rapido.
has to do with people whatsoever, I have a -4 on.
If he's not on it and it only lasts a minute.
Yep.
Yay. What is it with you and self-harming characters?
But that's the thing. So out of normal combat, you'd just pop it. A minute isn't that like that big a deal. Like this, each one of these cost a minimum of 12,000 long, and you're now addicted to it. Which means out of all of this, if you're doing precursor work for a mission where you need to talk to somebody, you're at a -4.
Yep.
Unless you've popped it and the conversation doesn't last for more than a minute. Like,
Yep.
it's got real world impact now.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
It's
And
not
that
just, yeah.
I've told Gamer this before, but the drug debuffs is literally the most intriguing thing about this entire like game system to me. So you bet.
That says a lot for my campaign, doesn't it?
Huh?
Says a lot for my campaign.
No! Don't take it like that. Holy shit! I just realized what I said.
I just want to get drugged, man.
No, okay.
He meant the system,
I'm
not
joking.
the story.
Yeah.
Pike. No, go. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right.
He really piked it.
So-
though.
Yeah, I did.
I literally put my fucking fist in my mouth right there.
It was brilliant. It's fine. I knew you didn't mean it that way. I just enjoy toying with people. It's okay.
Alright.
That's good.
Alright.
That's a gamer thing, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's a me thing. So I hope you like the map.
I really wish I could stab a
It's
guy.
What did you use to make the map?
Dungeon. Like,
yeah, Dungeon Draft.
Oh, Dungeon Trap. Really?
I
Browsing?
found a lot of asset. Pardon?
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense.
there's
Yeah,
also
I
custom
downloaded-
asset packs. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of this stuff is like
From their futuristic sci-fi thing, right?
there's sci-fi assets and stuff, but a lot of it is like the prefabs that you can put together. So you basically just put stuff together to look like stuff, like, and then save it. Like those, you can obviously. I'm hoping